of Carnegie Mellon. Hi, everybody. Sam Berkman joined, as always, by my partner, John Bazika. We come to you from Kara Stadium on a 26-degree Saturday afternoon as the Purple Raiders looking to advance to round 4 of the college football playoffs. Mount Union coming off that just incredible win against John Carroll a week ago, and we don't know if they're going to come out of the gates as quickly today, but I'll tell you what, John, they showed us something last weekend, and I hope that it will continue here today.
Yeah, there's no question. They came out last week with a lot to prove, and showed that. Well, we'll go to the field now for the play of the anthem. Performance of the anthem by Francis Scott off-key, it appeared, as you heard through the, not because of the band, but because of our crowd mic picking up wind that sounds like we were behind the Blue Angels.
Yes, it is a windy one today.
It is.
A little warmer temperature-wise, but the wind is still kicking up pretty good today. But going back to last weekend, we saw a Mount Union team that reminded us of Mount Union 7 days ago, did we not?
We did. And you and I debated throughout the game, Sam, and I was going back and watching and listening to some of the highlights last night as I was driving back from some other things that I did yesterday. And, at first you and I said, well, they were up 21-7, but John Carroll missed this opportunity and missed that opportunity and did this and did that. But when you started to really dissect the game film and look at it and really notice everything from a whole, Sam, they dominated that football game. I mean, they made Septon Felter's life hard. The OAC's top passer. They didn't allow John Carroll to really ever establish anything defensively. Tyler Echeverry, who I know a lot of people feel was slighted this past week for not being a Gagliardi Trophy finalist. He had an excellent afternoon, carried them offensively, and we keep wondering, when is the the slipper going to come off for TJ DeShields, and when is the clock going to strike midnight for what seems to be a Cinderella-type story? But I think this is just who he is. He is a calm, level-headed quarterback that knows how to make plays. He has a cannon for an arm, and it's not just on the good weather days. It's on windy weather days like this. His strength pays off, and it shows off. And then the last piece to it, Sam, the defense has been outstanding. Anchored by Rossi Moore, an All-American, and you factor in a guy like Von Factor, like Marcus Jackson, and the guy who I think was slighted from the All-American list in Caleb Brown. It's an outstanding unit that they have, and you just wonder, were they bored a lot of the season, or are they finally kind of turning things on now? The question is, though, best performance of the year last week. Do you follow it up with another one that's better, or do you revert back to the mean of what you were throughout the season, where flashes of brilliance followed by flashes of what's going on here? That's the big question today.
Yeah, we will find that out. And usually, John, you find that out early.
You do.
You find it out at kickoff. You find it out the first couple of series, and you kind of go from there. Purple Raiders going with the all-purple today. Purple jerseys, purple pants, purple helmets with the script Raiders on the side, white numbers and letters with a little white and purple and black trim. The Tartans, as they are called, from Carnegie Mellon, white jerseys, black pants, black numbers and letters with the cardinal trim. Cardinal striping with the gray down the pants and across, over the helmets as well. And we are just a couple of minutes away from kickoff here on 1310 WDPN and, of course, Q92RadioSports.com. Big day today on 1310 We got a football, basketball doubleheader for you today. We got the Raiders and Carnegie Mellon here. Now they have switched the basketball start time 3 times. They're finally set. They're going to go at 3:30 today, Mount and Capital, and we'll have that one for you as well right here on 1310 WDP. I don't know how much time we'll have in between, if we'll have any time at all, but we got you covered.
Are you going to have time to get over there is the bigger question.
Well, I will leave it in your capable hands if I have to scoot out. You may be doing some play-by-play today. Who knows?
Wow, how fun would that be?
Who knows?
Never done that before.
You never know with you never know when you get into, like, you knew what you're going to get with John Carroll.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you play teams from these other conferences, you don't know the competition level, what kind of game they're going to be bringing to your place today. It's one of those you just kind of feel your way through, and then you get a pretty good idea. Good news today is no snow on the playing surface, so to speak. All of it has been shoveled off to the sides up by the bleachers, and it's kind of sitting around on the track. I got a couple of inches of snow the other day, but it is very windy today, and of course you can tell that by. And you can say, "Well, guys, move your crowd mic." Well, not that easy. Not that easy on a day like today.
I wonder if I give it more length, if that'll help. I'm debating if it gets, if it goes lower, if it'll help it.
Yep, we got. Who knows? I'm afraid to even look out and see. Purple Raiders will kick off today. The Tartans will go right to left, and they will be going into this gusty wind here in the first quarter of play. Winner moves on to play the winner of Randolph-Macon or Salisbury next Saturday. And, of course, that'll be a site to be determined by the good folks at the NCAA Division III Committee.
I have a feeling that'll be in Salisbury if
Probably.
Salisbury wins, which is in Maryland, of course.
Now, does Randolph have a shot today, or?
I think they have no chance.
Oh, okay.
Just
well,
based
I know
on,
I think they played Ferrum earlier this year.
They did.
And
They did.
Didn't beat them as badly as Mount did.
No.
So I guess if you want to look at it that way and compare scores, then you would think Salisbury would be the prohibitive favorite today, and plus they're playing at home as well.
Now, if you're Mount, you would obviously probably want to see Randolph-Macon next week and not Salisbury, but play the team in front of you today.
That's right. Here we go. 12:02 Eastern Standard Time, the kickoff time today. And we're ready to roll. A lot of sunshine today, which makes it look a little bit warmer than it actually is. Ready to roll. Yvonne Merrick, the approach and the kick with the wind at his back. Return, Tartans 5, up the left hash 10, 15, and boom at the 17-yard line. Well, if there was any question about the passion and the hunger and the readiness today, DJ Johnson found out on that kickoff return by Carnegie Mellon. He was absolutely clobbered at the 17-yard line.
What a tackle there. Johnny Papish staying in his lane, making the play, and as you said, just lighting him up. Going to be interesting to see, Sam, here. Trey Vassiliadis, the leading rusher, see if he gets the carry on first down.
He's 5'11", $195 from Great Falls, Virginia. Ben Mills, your quarterback, quickly throws it right side, a little wobbly pass. It's caught and around the 23-yard line. A gain of around 5, maybe 4 or 5 yards on the play, bring up second down and 5. It's going to be, I'm actually surprised they threw first play there, going into the wind. Maybe quarterback wants to get a little feel, coach wants to get a little feel for his QB, if they can make these throws today, at least going into the wind in the first quarter. Tight end goes in motion to the left side. Mills in the gun. Play action. Going to throw a wobbler right side. It is caught, and a flag is thrown at the 47-yard line. Nice catch by Brandon McCullough. Excuse me, and you may get defensive PI, so it won't matter. Catch will stay, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, really nice back shoulder
Oh,
throw.
no, it's on Carnegie Mellon.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised by that. I thought that was pretty good ball placement on the outside shoulder there by Mills, the quarterback, and yeah, pass interference on the offense. I'm really surprised by that, Sam, because I thought both
too.
were jockeying for position of that football, and typically in that case, you kind of allow. People always wonder about pass interference, and obviously the big note that I've always heard and that I've always used. Now, this has changed, of course, over the years, Sam. But the big note I've always gone on is that both guys have the right to attack for the football. And that's what that looked like there in that case. But it's going to set Carnegie Mellon behind the sticks, which is huge for Mount Union. See if they bring some blitz.
Wow, so they go from a big play to now being behind the sticks, second down and long from their own 11-yard line. Mills in the gun. It's going to be a handoff to the tailback, 15, 16, 17, 18-yard line. Adrian Williams on the carry for Carnegie Mellon. Purple Raiders hope to be hitting their stride at this point in the season. A lot of peaks and valleys throughout the regular season. And boy, did they turn on the juice against John Carroll a week ago. Third down and 10, Mellon at their own 18-yard line. Mills in the gun. Wide receivers left, right, tight right. Mills back to throw. Got time. He's in trouble. Here comes Caleb Brown and company. Ball is loose on the ground, picked up at the 9-yard line. Carnegie Mellon falls on it, but that is a 9-yard loss for the Tartans. And how about the Purple Raider defense, and how about Caleb Brown, number 7, doing what Caleb Brown does, and that is bring the heat.
I'm really surprised by Mills' decision, and it wasn't even on Mills. I thought Mills released that football, Sam, and was trying to get rid of it, but Caleb Brown and company get in there into the backfield, and the team's one of their sack leaders in Brown makes a great play. Mount should get great field position here, too.
Ben Mills, the quarterback, also the team's punter, into the wind. Gets it, almost got blocked. Gets a knuckleball out of there, and a sliding fair catch for the Raiders, and that's going to be at the Carnegie Mellon 36-yard line. Tyler May snags it, and the Purple Raider offense will come on the field for the first time today. Hey, if you're going to start the game off defensively for Mount, that's exactly what you wanted to do.
No question. That was a perfect start to the game, and obviously aided by the offensive pass interference. And again, I keep thinking, I heard yesterday that we might see some of Noah Boudry today, but TJ DeShields starting the game at quarterback again, and he's been sure-handed so far.
So TJ out of West Branch High School, inside handoff Echeverry, 35. Tyler delivers the punishment and rumbles down to the Carnegie Mellon 32-yard line for a gain of 4 yards on the play. Echeverry, as you mentioned, some feel, I know you feel, a snub as far as the Ghilardi Award, and not getting close to that. I'm sure he's carrying a little chip out there. Double tight ends left. Back to throw TJ. Dumps it off in the flat. There he goes. Echeverry 30. Tyler 25 delivers the hit to the 21 to the 20-yard line. First down Raiders. 12 yards on the carry, or on the reception by Echeverry. DeShields, very calm. Found his outlet man. Dumped it off. First down Raiders.
Yeah, look left. He had 3 wide receivers out there. Tight end involved too, in Anderson, and just decided that nothing was open, into the boundary, and found Echeverry and get it to your guy and let him make a play, and he did.
Turner wide to the right, Twins left for the Raiders. First and 10, Mount Union, Carnegie Mellon 20-yard line. Inside handoff, Echeverry looking for a block, 20, and he scampers inside the 19. Ball is loose on the carpet. Who's got it? Mount Union recovers. Well, you don't see that very often, do you?
Not from Tyler. You know what's crazy, Sam, and it's what I think makes Tyler so effective. Do you notice how when he gets those stretch plays going right or left, he never cuts up and in immediately.
Right.
He waits.
Yep.
He lets the blocking diagnose itself, get out there. He finds the hole, squares his shoulders, and cuts up and in. I think that's what makes him such an outstanding tailback.
Tyrell Sanders wide to the right. Cooper in motion left. He'll come back to the boundary side. Second down and 10. Handoff Echeverry, 20, 15, Tyler to the 10, Echeverry to the 9-yard line. First and goal, Mount Union. Very simple play. Good blocking up front. And the Raiders in business, first and goal at the Tartan 9-yard line. 10:15 in the opening quarter, no score. Mount and Carnegie Mellon on 13-10. WDPN, Sam Berkman, John Baker. Good to be with you on this Saturday afternoon. Raiders trying to punch their ticket to round number 4. TJ the gun, Etcheverry to his right, Turner left, Sanders to the right. See what the Raiders have here now as Etcheverry goes behind his quarterback, TJ DeShields. There's the shotgun snap. They ride it into the belly of DeShields, or to Etcheverry. And not much there. Maybe a yard over the right side. Second down and goal. First time today, really, that there's been any winning of the line of scrimmage by Carnegie Mellon and stopped Etcheverry for a 1-yard carry.
It's going to be interesting to see here. They were in this position a lot last week, down around this inside the 10-yard line area, and they rode the run the whole time. I keep waiting for them to throw a quick slant, get Sanders or get Turner involved, just have them beat their man off the line.
The big tight end, Drew Sims, lined up tight to the right. Sanders in motion far side to Shields. Quick pitch to Tyler to the 10. Got a block to the 5. Etcheverry to the 4, down to the 3-yard line.
Nice blocking out there. Anderson throwing a block to the tight end. Sims, you know, Sam, you and I talk about it every week, but Drew Sims, such a big body out there. You can run behind him, and the offensive line already outstanding, but it's almost as if Sims is an extension of that offensive line, which you can't say that for a lot of tight ends at this level.
8:42 to go in the first quarter. Purple Raiders and the Tartans are scoreless here at Mount Union. See if the good guys can stick one in here. 3rd and goal at the Carnegie Mellon 3-yard line. Look at all the window dressing and shifting on this play. Double H-back left, right. The Shields get the shotgun snap. He'll rumble into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Boy, they did a lot of moving around. CJ got the snap and said, you know what? I'm a pretty big boy. I'm going to take it in here myself. And he did. Touchdown, Purple Raiders.
Well, as you said, there's all the window dressing. They sent Darnell in motion, kind of on the wheel coming out of the backfield right at the end. And as that was happening, it just leaves the linebackers. You can even see it on the replay, Sam. The linebackers in the middle of the field are all like, which way do we go? Which way do we go? And then TJ's like, yeah, I'm going to run right over my center and Mason Fortner and just gallop into the end zone. Great play design.
Yvonne Merrick on for the extra point. It is up. It is plenty good. And Mount Union is off and running today at Kara Stadium. 8:24 in the first quarter of play. Purple Raiders 7 and the Tartans nothing.
Hey man, good to see you. What brings you out here today? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new kitchen cabinets, countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson's Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard Plumbing Registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park, or visit them online at RobertsonKitchenandBath.com, where amazing meets affordable.
Purple Raiders capitalize on the short field starting from the 37 of the Tartans, and they punch it in on their first drive as they go down the field. And TJ DeShields, the scoring play, a 3-yard touchdown run for Mount Union, and they lead 7-0 at the 8:24 mark of the first quarter. Offensive pass interference, Sam, the big note so far, really helped Mount Union, gave them a short field, and offense responds.
Merrick's got it teed up at the 35. Big wind at his back, high and short. Tartans return from the 7. Left hash 10. Here we go, 15-20. Big hole, 25-30. Out to the 33-yard line.
You know, I don't know if you see it there. Tartans have some speed. They do. There's some athletes on the field, and we saw it kind of show itself on that first drive, but they were the ones who stubbed their own toe. And again, we always talk about it, Sam. If you're going to come into the king's house and, you know, potentially take his throne, you know, you have to play mistake-free football. And they've already made a big one early on.
Will Bouma with that return, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. There's a direct snap. And that will be Joey McGinnis, the 4th. And now they'll bring the starting quarterback back in, Ben Mills. So a little wrinkle there. Didn't necessarily do anything. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
I'm not sure what the plan or concept was for that. Seemed kind of pointless to gain no yardage.
Tartan's going to go trips right now.
Look at all the shifting by Mount.
Yeah. Mills going to roll right. He fires it on the run, incomplete at the 38-yard line. Pass was intended for number 13, Will Squibb. And, well, you're right. Usually you see all that stuff on offense before a snap.
Yeah.
Defensively, Mount is shifting, moving, faking, pulling back, side to side, back and forth.
Well, and again, if you're Carnegie Mellon, are you arguing there that Zach Liebler got to that ball too quickly?
It was close. 9-10 Carnegie Mellon at their own 33-yard line, 7-0 Mount Union. Mills back to throw. Mills looks. He fires over the middle. Hit, caught, and held on, and it's going to be a targeting call on Janssens. We'll see if he even stays in the game. Terrific catch by Carnegie Mellon, wide receiver McCullough. And you can see the flag whistle in from the back judge. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty at least on Mount Union defensively.
I'll tell you what, Sam, that's a really impressive throw. Super small window there. Wide receiver barely at his man beat, and then Janssens. See, this is where I've been watching football for as many years as I have. I think it's just a good hit.
Yeah, I agree.
But, and I don't know, are they going to talk about picking it up? No.
There's the targeting.
So Janssens is leaving the field.
Wow, he's done. Disqualified. Yeah. Wow. Well, let's take another look at it here.
I don't know.
Close.
I don't know about that. I really don't like that call.
Wow. So Janssen done for the day. Ricky Buggs now will come in and play defense. His Mills will get a shotgun snap. Look left, no good. Now he's going to run it up the middle and nowhere to go. Down at the 36-yard line, and look who was making a mess of it again. It was Caleb Brown.
Yeah, I mean, I know it wasn't the official All-American list that came out from the NCAA itself, but Caleb Brown should be an All-American. I mean, I know Rossi gets a lot of credit, Marcus Jackson gets a lot of credit, but what Caleb Brown does week to week, he's like the enforcer of the defense. Look at this formation.
Double H back left, running back to the right, hands off to the running back. And boy, some Wolfson going on after that play. And Mellon is right up to the line again with the same formation. One wide out to the right, no tight ends, almost three running backs with the quarterback inside the 30, down to the 29-yard line.
I'm kind of surprised they decided to go with that on a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, got a Carnegie Mellon player down at the 29, and he is angry, pounding the turf as he lays on his back at the 29-yard line. So a stoppage in play with 6:15 to go. First quarter, Mount Union 7 and Carnegie Mellon nothing. Winner here plays the winner of Randolph-Macon and Salisbury next Saturday.
Can tell you there, Salisbury at this point driving with a 1st and 10 at the Randolph-Macon 31. 6:14 left in the first quarter there, thanks to our on-site producer, George Bozica.
That's right. Recently celebrating a birthday.
Big 6'9".
Huh?
1 year from even a bigger number.
College basketball today. Ohio State leads Rutgers early, 20-18. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Cavs and Hornets later on tonight. College football today. You got some conference championship games underway. Miami and Ohio. And Miami, Ohio, and OU scoreless early in the first quarter. Arizona State an early 3-0 lead over Iowa State. 9:40 to go in the first. Georgia, Texas. A little bit later on, Clemson, SMU, and Penn State, Oregon, all later on tonight. And, of course, you got the Ohio High School Football State Championships going on. down the road at Canton today, 3 championship games. And
21-0 Coldwater over Kirtland at the half. I think MAC football is pretty good. Not the Mid-American Conference, the mighty MAC in...
Well, sometimes I wonder. The high school MAC, pretty good. All right, 4th and 5. They're going to roll from the Mount Union 30-yard line. Ben Mills, the quarterback, in the gun. Wideouts right, left. Mills is going to roll right. He looks. He fires across his body. Caught inside the 25 and the 23. And that's a first down. Boy, that...
Talk about living on the edge.
I don't know. Yeah, McCullough seems to be his favorite guy early today, and he broke free just enough, and Mills threaded the needle on a first down for the Tartans down at the Purple Raider 23-yard line.
Yeah, he kept rolling. Eventually, Weston Arthur, the spur linebacker, left his side, and then he was open. Different quarterback in again here.
Yeah. Backs are split. Quarterback throws left side. McCullough's got it again, and they're trying to hog time and bring him down finally at the 18-yard line. Liebler on the tackle. Joey McGinnis, the 4th. Second play he's been in on today out of the quarterback position. Actually threw there, picked up 5, second down 5.
He's now 8 of 11 on the year passing. He's thrown 4 touchdowns, just 147 yards, though.
Still in there for this play. Wide receivers left, right, tight right. Mellon at the 2nd and 5 at the Raider 18, and now a late substitution. Now that will give Mount a chance to sub if they choose to. Meanwhile, the play clock is down to 1. They did get it off. McGinnis will run it inside the 15 to the 14, and he'll be down at the 14. That's very close to a first down.
So what's even more shocking about Joey McGinnis is that he seems to come in and just account for touchdowns. He's carried the ball a total of 29 times. He's scored 11 times this year rushing the football. So it appears as though that, I don't even know what you would call it. It's not really a wildcat look because he is a quarterback.
He is the quarterback, yep. Well, it's working. You're going to be just short of the first down, however, to the Tartans 3rd and 1 at the Raider 14-yard line. Wide right, slot left. Mills is going to keep it himself, and he got a first down. Just inside the Mount Union 12-yard line. It'll be first down for Carnegie Mellon. Mills just kind of bided his time there. He looked right, looked left. He kind of got a feel for the situation, ran ahead, picked up a couple that he needed, got a first down.
This drive, it's been, it seems like it should have been stopped
yeah,
by
it's
now.
been a very disjointed, weird drive.
It has.
First and 10, Mellon at the Mount Union 12. 3:20 opening quarter. Raiders in front, 7-zip here in Alliance. Twins right again. Mills takes a couple of steps forward like he's going to run it. He stops, fires it into the end zone, and a touchdown. Brandon McCullough, the sophomore. That was just one weird drive, and it ended up in a touchdown. 7-6 Mount Union. McCullough, who's been on the end of most throws today for this Tartans offense, into the end zone for the 6 points.
Got one-on-one coverage on the outside and kind of did the, type of like stutter step at the line and then quickly beat his man in, and nothing that the corner there for Mount could do. Really good 11-play, 67-yard drive.
Justin Caputo on for the extra point. He barely slid that one in between the uprights, and the kick is up and good. So, here we go. 3:12 to go in the opening quarter. Mount Union 7, Carnegie Mellon 7, and we'll keep it here. Well, John, the Raiders came out firing defensively, got it off the field, got the ball, went down the field, and here comes Carnegie Mellon. We're tied at 7.
And just like every other game this year that Mount Union has been in that's been tight, it's been very similar to what this was, where Mount Union kind of comes out, they assert themselves, and then the other team, we talked about this last night. I was at the Moeller Olentangy Liberty game last night, and that late in the game, you could tell that Liberty had defeated the Moeller mystique.
Yep.
And I think that that's the battle in a game like this is, can Carnegie Mellon defeat the Mount Union mystique? Because it's there. And if you prove that you can come in and you're confident, and I got to tell you what, Sam, going forward on a 4th down and converting it and then, running some trick weird type of formation things and executing them on the road here, that's a big confidence builder for them early in this game. See if their defense can respond, though, now.
Jack Norrell will kick it off for Carnegie Mellon into that wind. Boy, that wind just killed that ball. Kickoff return at the 30. Here comes Coop, and he'll be slung down at the 33. Mount Union will take over 1st and 10. Tell you what, the Tartans got some juice going here now. In this first quarter, the 7-7 game, 3:09 to go in the opening quarter.
Well, and at what point, if you're Mount Union, because a lot of the guys on the roster were here last year for the Alma game, at what point, do you start to get shades of that? I know that it comes down to execution, and that, Coach Dart said last week in the press conference that Alma was a really good team, but, that's going to be lingering in the back of their heads as the day goes on if this stays tight.
1st and 10 Raiders at their own 32-yard line. We're tied at 7. TJ DeShields in the shotgun. Echeverria the back. Fake to Tyler. Throw left side. Caught. 30. Cooper delivered a blow at the 36-yard line. Wow. Old number 17 in purple delivered the blow.
Told Jackson LaJoy, the DB, to get out of his way. Wow. Talk about finishing on a play, and I think you said.
Did you see that on replay?
I know. You said it earlier that Tyler Echeverry was running with a punishing style. That's punishment.
First time we've seen it out of Coop all year. Back to throw to Shields, standing tall. Got all day. Look at that rope. Caught at the 40 down to the 18 or 38-yard line. Give it to him. Trey Radford with a beautiful catch. Stayed in bounds. First down, and what a throw by TJ.
I'm surprised he went to Radford on the left sideline there, because I was looking middle of the field. He had Coop coming wide open across the middle on a deep cross, and Radford just with a fantastic catch on the sideline right over the same defender as before, and LaJoy, the DB, they're picking on him.
Trips to the right now. Twins left, empty set, 5 wide. TJ's got time. Steps up now. He's going to run. Look at him move. And he takes a hit, but he gets down to the 34. Some of the Raiders want a flag for a late slash target, maybe. Not going to get it. He did take a shot.
Certainly did. Well, and this becomes the question that everybody's debating from the past weekend with Trevor Lawrence of, did he kind of give himself up by going to his knees like that, like he did? And it's not like the NFL where you have to touch a guy when he goes to the ground. Yep. When those knees are down, he's down.
That's it. 2nd and 7 Raiders at the Carnegie Mellon 35. TJ gives it to Echeverry. 35, 34, 33. Echeverry squirms down to the 30-yard line. That will set up a 3rd down and 2 for Mount Union. 1:37 to go in the first quarter. The Raiders and the Tartans are tied at 7. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you from Mount Union today on 1310 WDPN. Don't forget the Q92 Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Q92radiosports.com.
5th play of the drive coming up here. 4 plays, 38 yards so far.
Raiders trying to spread them out here now. Twins left, slot right. Motion is Cooper. They'll give it to Echeverry. 1st down and more to the Tartans' 25-yard line. Brought him in motion. Little head of steam. Good block. 1st down Raiders.
Just always impressed with Tyler's ability to get extra yardage. Simple kind of dive play right up the middle, and Echeverry just shows off his constant athleticism.
It appears that there is really good footing today down there on the surface.
Not like last week.
No. This is good football to be playing. And back to throw TJ. DeShields throws it left. He's got a man in the end zone. Incomplete in the back of the end zone. Look out over there. Goodness gracious. Tyrell Sanders, my gosh. Back of the end zone, over the ropes, onto the track surface. Watch him at the end of this play here. Couple of steps, he's out of balance. Hops the rope, slips and falls, and slides into the bleachers.
Was a really nice play design, too. Had Tyrell kind of beat between the corner and the safety. He beat the safety off the line, or beat the corner off the line, and the safety was late coming over top to help. And the wind, I think, affected that throw.
Cooper in motion to the left, Turner slot to the right. Cooper coming back this way to Shields. Gives it to Echeverry. Got away once. 25, 24. Got to the 23 before he was finally taken down.
Vincent Cece, the linebacker. One who had that first look at him, couldn't wrap him up, and then eventually got help.
Bennett Grace
yeah.
finished the deal for Carnegie Mellon. That looks like it's going to be the final play of the first quarter.
I love when you are able to get these for both teams, and I'm able to just cheat off of you and look at them the whole game.
So 15 minutes in the books. We're right back where we started. Mount Union 7, Carnegie Mellon 7, NCAA Division III college football here on 1310 WDPN, and we'll be back.
For over 80 years, Montfort Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Montfort's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance company up to 80% of the cost of a windshield replacement. The Aegis windshield repair system, just one of the expert repairs from Montfort Glass. They'll help you save money and make your windshield safer. Montfort Glass. Call 330-823-0450 or stop by at 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
End of the first quarter and start of the second, 7-7 between Mount Union and Carnegie Mellon. And Mount Union on the drive right now. They have a 3rd and 8 coming up to start the quarter. This will be the 8th play of a drive that started at the end of that first quarter. See if they can punch it in again, Sam.
Shields gets the shotgun snap. Tyler Echeverry, 25, 24. Close to the 20-yard line for Echeverry. 7-7, just getting underway here in the second quarter of play. So Mount Union now into the wind for the first time today. I just don't know if a field goal can get there with this wind. It would be a 37-yarder, which normally would be well within the range of Yvonne Merrick. But on a day like today, Mount Union not going to give that a shot. So 4th and 5, Raiders will go at the Carnegie Mellon 20. Fake handoff, shovel pass, intercepted at the 17-yard line. What in the holy heck was that? It was an RPO. The Shields faked it. He ran it upfield, and then he shoveled it ahead, and maybe that got caught in the wind, John. He was trying to get it to Sanders, and it was picked off.
Yeah, kind of a weird play design from the get-go. The fact, as you said, that you're having TJ kind of run an RPO type of play that's not really his strong suit. I would have thought that you try to run something quick over the middle and just, 5 yards get to the sticks there, but I don't know. A very puzzling play at best.
Picked off by Adrian Williams. John, I think that wind altered that shovel pass to the point where it got intercepted. Which is weird to say because it was just a real quick kind of a pop shovel pass. And we'll get that's another replay. But I think that wind really kind of fouled that up a little bit. Meanwhile, no gain on that run by Carnegie Mellon, and we'll call it 2nd and 10.
Well, it didn't, and I'm not sure. I mean, is TJ supposed to try to square his shoulders going left and throw that? But again, for TJ, who's a more upright pocket passer, that's just a weird call for him.
And to piggyback off of that, maybe, I don't know, did he have room to maybe just keep it running himself? That pass is caught across the 30, out to the 31-yard line. The tight end making it happen. Danny Moynihan, first down for the junior tight end, first down Carnegie Mellon.
You sure that wasn't David Njoku out there or Blake Whiteheart? Man, that kid's got some size on him. Just barreled over the defender. Tell you what, Sam, at first I was wondering if they could compete with the athletes on the field, but they're tough. And you and I talked about size, but they are tough and gritty.
And off up the middle, 31-32 yard line. Speaking of that tight end, Moynihan, 6'4", 230, out of Jenkintown, Pennsylvania, Abington High School.
Well, if they recruit that Western Pennsylvania pipeline,
You're bound to find something.
I would say there's been some pretty good football out of Western Pennsylvania over the years. Just a couple of players.
Hall of Famers.
Just a few.
Just a few. Now we got a stoppage in play here. And I believe Mount Union called a timeout. They did.
I'd really love
to
be
their first.
I'd really love to see that interception again.
Yeah, me too.
To Shields. I'm you know, a couple things there, Sam. They brought in Anderson and Sims. They had both tight ends. They had Turner and they had Sanders wide right, and I thought for sure that they were going to try to get one of those two guys involved because they really haven't been able to so far. And to bring Sanders in motion, it's something that I wonder sometimes. Sometimes it feels like the pass game is a little bit overcomplicated for what Mount's trying to do, and sometimes it's just simple to just drop your guy back. And you know, you talk to any coach, they'll tell you have 4 yards to pick up, run a route 5 yards down the field, get to the sticks, get a first down.
A lot going on there. Salisbury, a 7-0 lead over Randolph-Macon. That was zip there until that touchdown pass. So,
a reporter on the scene, George Bozika is.
Oh, is he in Salisbury? Oh, no.
He's going to have like about 30 different titles before the day is out.
Second down and 8, Carnegie Mellon at their own 32. 12:32 first half. We're tied at 7. Ben Mills hands it off, tailback, 30, 31, 32, 33. That's going to be about it for Vasilides. It is going to be 3rd and 8 now. That's a 2-yard pickup on the play. Ohio leads Miami 7-3 its first quarter. Arizona State 10, Iowa State 7, first quarter, Big 12 championship game. Good luck to the Cyclones today and Coach Matt Campbell. Well, Arizona State just came out of nowhere this year. New coach, and they're winning. Mills back to throw. Caught, despite the really good defense by Ricky Buggs. And where they're going to spot that ball, that should be enough for a Carnegie Mellon first down. Tamling on the reception, and Buggs and company trying to rip the ball out of there. Couldn't do it. Rowan was there, Jazz Jackson, but a first down for the Tartans.
Yeah, it didn't feel like they were necessarily playing the ball there. It felt like they were playing the man more than the ball.
So here comes Carnegie now. Trips to the left, slot to the right. Carnegie Mellon in the Pittsburgh area. Made the sub 2-hour trip here today. Play action, Mills rolling left. He fires on the run. It's caught at the 48-yard line. Tamling again on the catch. Boy, John, you can feel the confidence oozing out on this side of the stadium today, on the Carnegie Mellon side right now. They feel it.
Yeah, just some simple football plays, too. Nothing too difficult with a flag down on the field. But, you know, Tamling, nice route running. And I think that's been the key so far, Sam, is that the routes are crisp and the play is crisp, and they call the penalty there on Mount Union.
That's a whopper, too. That's a 15-yard penalty. What did they call here? There's the catch. There's the tackle.
Roughing the passer. It was Jackson late, came in and, just a little kind of knocked them over.
Yep. I just saw the tail end of it there.
Now, back in 1968, Ben Davidson used to punch Joe Namath after plays.
And they didn't call it.
And it was okay.
It was okay.
Now here, you touch the quarterback, it's like, no, don't do that.
First and 10, Carnegie at the Raider 37-yard line. McCullough in motion to the near side, play action. Mills roll, and got him back at the 42-yard line. That's a nice-looking tackle right there. Marcus Jackson, the senior linebacker, steps up and makes the play. Boy, nobody touched him either.
No, I like how they brought him there on the blitz. He just really went unmolested through the middle of the line. It's crazy that you let a guy as good as Marcus Jackson, as you said, Sam, watching on the replay, no one touched him.
Nope.
3.5 sacks coming into the game. 11 tackles for loss now. Just had an outstanding season for Coach Dart.
Timed that out perfectly. Second down and 15. Carnegie behind the sticks at the Mount Union 42. Mills to throw. Left side, dropped at the 35-yard line. Ricky Buggs again was just hanging around the area just to make sure. Pass incomplete. Intended for McCullough. They'll bring up 3rd and 15. 10-13 to go first half. We are still tied at 7.
So the thing I wonder now, in this range down here, is with the wind at their back, this kicker is 1 for 4 from 40 to 49 yards. What do you need to get here to get in that range? Probably to about the 30-yard line.
That's what I'm thinking. Trips right. Mills will roll right. He fires it. Caught. Inside the 30, down to the 27, and that's a first down. Holy smokes. That should not be allowed to happen right there. That should not be allowed to happen. That's a great catch by Reese Kolke, the wide receiver. I'll tell you what, though, you got to credit where it's due. Mills kept biding his time, and he whistled one in there, and the catch was made on a first down.
Well, I want to give credit to the tight end left side of the line, number 80, did a great job chipping the defender there in Rossi Moore, not allowing him to get to the quarterback.
McCullough in motion. Fake jet sweep. Mills to throw. He looks. He shovels it. It's caught at the Mount Union 24-yard line. That seems to be the chic play of the day, is the shovel pass. That's a gain of around 4. We'll call it second down and 6. And tell you what, 9 minutes to go in the first half, and Mount Union defense, they are on their heels right now.
On this drive now, 10 plays.
I was going to say, it felt like about a double-digit drive.
64 yards, just chipping away, chipping away. It's good football, too.
It is. 7-7 score, under 9 to go in the first half. McCullough in motion. Back and forth. Handoff, 25, 24, 23-yard line. So Travis Iliadis getting Carnegie Mellon a little bit closer. Now they can probably legit start thinking about a field goal from here.
Well, and the other key is third downs. They've had 6 of them already in this game, and they're 4 for 6 on third downs.
Carnegie going to stack the Twins left. McCullough breaks out, comes in motion slot. Mills going to throw to McCullough. Catch is made, got away from 1, got away from 2, got inside the 18, down at the 18, and that's going to be just short of the first down. Now, if you're Carnegie Mellon,
well,
what do you do?
They've already made their decision. They're bringing in Sean Doyle, a freshman offensive lineman, and Luke White, another offensive lineman. They're going to have about 20 offensive linemen in for this play.
And Joey McGinnis is in the Wildcat formation. It's a tight look on the line. H-back left, right, wide right. McGinnis gets the snap and runs it. Look at that. Nobody's going to touch him. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Carnegie Mellon. Joey McGinnis, the 4th. Nobody within a mile of him after he got the shotgun snap. Cruised into the end zone.
So,
wow.
So they had 10 guys up on the line. Everything right there defensively. No help left. The only defender that was not on the line was Buggs out wide right on McCullough, and McGinnis just ran the other way. He ran to the side of the field where nobody was. Brilliant drive by the Tartans.
Good snap, good spot. Extra point is no good. Pushed it to the right, did Justin Caputo. Well, that comeback can be a factor. 7:34 to go in the first half. Mount Union has found themselves in a ball game. Carnegie Mellon 13 and the Purple Raiders 7. We'll keep it here. And John, this Carnegie Mellon team is not, they are not fazed by the Mount Union mystique today.
Well,
at all.
A 13-play, 88-yard drive with 6:42 taken off of the clock with the McGinnis 17-yard run is a pretty good indication of that. And Sam, the keynote today, you know, you talk about, and I want to bring this up because we've been at the state championship games every day, my dad and I have, and Friday night, Thursday night, Avon had a 4th and 2 on their own 15, and they went for it. and they got it, and they won the game by 7. And just this past Thursday night, I went home and I watched the Lions and the Packers, and late in the game, Dan Campbell could have kicked it with like a minute left, but he decided, no, analytics say to go for it on 4th down. Carnegie Mellon is 2 for 2 on 4th down, and both of those have led to touchdowns.
Yep. They got off the bus to win. There's the kickoff. Wind at the back on the kick. Here comes Darnell on the return, 10-15. Darnell outside 20, 25. Look at the speed, 30. Williams to the 40, to the 50. He's out of bounds around midfield. And there it is. Darnell Williams on the return. Big time return, big time position. First down, Mount Union.
You know what, though, Sam? That's the first time the ball has touched Darnell Williams' hands.
Yep.
And I still say it every time we see them play that, you know, a guy as explosive as him, you should design 5 to 6 plays just to get him into space and just to let him touch the ball.
So Darnell on the return, just short of midfield at the Mount 49. Raiders trail at 13-7. Trips left. Back to throw to Shields. Caught. Sanders at the 40. Now he's given up some ground, and he'll actually be taken down at the 41, but it's still enough for a Mount Union first down.
Yeah, nice job there by Tyrell. Just sat down in the zone, kind of a safe curl route, and nice throw by TJ. Good to drop one in the bucket after throwing an interception.
No doubt. Again, Mount going into a pretty good win here. Anderson breaks out and goes in motion to the right, sets tight right. Now Thomas in motion. Back to throw. There's nobody home on the screen. DeShields has got to fire that one into the turf, incomplete. And he took a shot back at the 40-yard line. I mean, Mitchell Stokey came in and delivered the boom on TJ, and he is hurt. He is feeling the effects.
Now
He's
I don't
got to
know.
come out.
Yeah, I don't know here, Sam. What does that mean? Who?
Here comes Noah Boudry. He's ready.
No, TJ's
Nope.
going to stay out there.
He's going to stay out there. Whew. Okay. Well, don't ever question this kid's toughness.
No,
But Noah was about 3 steps onto the field.
he was.
Coach started said, get back here. Backs are split. Now we got an official stoppage. 6:44 to go.
14-0 Salisbury late second quarter. You've seen the story before, Sam.
Uh-huh.
So they reset the game clock to 6:44, and they're going to start the play clock now. Seems pointless.
Yep. All right, here we go. Sanders in motion left with Turner. Echeverry around the right side looking for a block. Got it. 40, 35, 30, 25-yard line. First down. 16 yards on the. I thought for a minute a flag came in, but it's just guys playing catch on the sideline, and Noah Boudry looks like he's really trying to get loose. Look at him.
Yeah, he does.
So we'll keep our eyes on that situation.
That leg looks okay,
He's
too.
bouncing around okay over there. Meanwhile, Echeverry with the first down carry to give the Raiders a 1st and 10 at the Carnegie 25-yard line. 13-7 Tartans. 6:08 to go, first half. Raiders on the move. Carnegie showing blitz. Here they come. TJ's in trouble. Now he steps back, fires, caught. Sanders inside the 15 and out of bounds at the 13-yard line. That's another first down for Mount Union. Well, TJ hung right in there, John. He knew the heat was coming. Stood tall, delivered a rope, and a first down.
Yeah, and that's a really good throw. Right hash, right side of the field, all the way to the left boundary, all the way to the left sideline. That's about a 35-yard throw probably, and it doesn't look like a lot because it's only a gain of about, 15 yards, but that's a heck of a big boy throw there.
It is. And into the wind, which is rustling again here at Cara Stadium. First down, inside handoff. Echeverry got clipped and taken down around the line of scrimmage. We'll give him a yard to the 12. We'll call it second down at 9. 5:15 to go, first half clock running. 13-7 Mount Union.
You know, I've been worried about how low this crowd mic is, that it's almost into the fans. I don't want some Carnegie Mellon fan to tell me about their drive from Pittsburgh this morning. I'm
under
just waiting
5.
for some Yinzer to come and grab this and tell us a story.
That Mike's getting down there. Cooper now going to go set slot right. Sanders wide to the right. Turner to the boundary left. Now motion inside. Double fake. Now it's going to be Echeverry on a carry. 10. Echeverry 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Mount Union. Tyler Echeverry from 13 yards away. Good guys are back in the end zone. 13-13.
Really like the play design. It's almost wing T centric kind of stuff. You pull both the, guard and tackle coming left to right. Well, actually, you pull both guards, and then you run through there, but it's just the misdirection. It gets the linebackers looking at one thing, and again, it's what we always talk about, Sam. Get your guy one-on-one in space, and Tyler wins that battle 9 times out of 10.
There's the extra point attempt into the win. Yvonne Merrick drills it, and the Purple Raiders are back in front. 4:42 to go in the first half. Mount Union 14, Carnegie Mellon 13. John and I will be back with more from Carrot Stadium on 1310.
Lori's Mount Union Diner in Alliance crafts mouth-watering breakfast and lunch before your very eyes. Committed to quality and culinary artistry, they serve satisfying meals showcasing love. Operating on a cash-only basis, keeping things simple so you can focus on savoring the delectable flavors. Beyond exceptional food, the diner transforms your meal into an engaging show. The kitchen is the stage. Come for the food, stay for the delightful performance at 2300 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Thanks to Lori and the folks at Mount Union Diner for sponsoring today's game, along with all of our other great sponsors. You guys obviously make this possible. 6-play, 51-yard drive after the great return on the kickoff by Darnell Williams. Mount Union capitalizes with the short field, and the, game now rests on their defense, seeing if they can stop what the Tartans have done. But Mount Union, with the extra point by Merrick, they pull ahead 14-13. 4:42 left in the first half. Sam?
Alrighty, John, thank you. Salisbury still on top of Randolph-Macon. 14-zip second quarter. Here, 14-13 Raiders. Merrick's kick into the wind will hit at the 15, gobbled up at the 16-yard line. To the 20, to the 22, and that is it. Good downfield tackle by the Purple Raiders. Ricky Levac, number 6 on special teams. And here comes Carnegie Mellon, 4:38 to go. Carnegie 3 timeouts left. The Raiders have 2, and it's a 14-13 Mount Union lead. Halftime activities are coming up. Jeff Mears will have the news. We'll have the weather. All kind of great stuff coming your way. Johnny will roll through the scores, the stats, the highlights. That's all coming up at the break on 1310. All right, let's get a good defensive stand here now. Handoff, tailback. Vasiliadis picks up 2, second down and 8 as that wind just continues. We had the same kind of wind here last week. The only difference was the actual temperature was a little colder than it is now.
It was close to unbearable.
Of course, we last week we didn't have hardly any sun either.
No.
But not that that's helping out a lot, but it does make it look nicer. Second down and 8. And the gun is Mills. Wide left, wide right, tight left. Mills hands it off. Mount Union waiting on it. 24-yard line. 1, 2, 3, 4 purple helmets over there. Rossi Moore, you got an injured Mellon player down at the 25. That'll stop the clock with 3:44 to go. Hey, stick around after today's game. We'll get you right across the street, literally. Well, not even the street. Across the alley. We'll be at the Mack Center to bring you college basketball today on 1310 Mount Union. We'll take on the Capital Comets. Tip at 3:30 today, right here on 1310 WDPN. Mount, a very impressive win the other night up in University Heights against John Carroll, and see if Mike Feuline's crew can keep it rolling today at 3:30 against Capital.
Been impressed so far early in the season with the former Massillon Tiger Elijah Farrington.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's
really starting to
growing
round
up right before our very eyes. Yep.
He's maybe last year he was Christian Parker-esque. This year he's Christian Parker, maybe with a little bit more oomph in the giddy up, being a little bit younger. I think there's some tread on those tires for Christian.
Christian in his 6th year with Mount. Well, I'll tell you what, last year, Elijah Farrington's coming out party was the OAC championship game, which they lost in overtime. But
great game, though.
That's when he started to show. All right, 3rd and 8, Carnegie at their own 24-yard line. Mills in the gun, wide left, wide right, H-back each side. Now going out in motion, the tight end. He'll be at a slot left. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. They're going to go tailback run and out of bounds. Where's the spot going to be? Vasiliadis.
You got it.
Carnegie says we have it, and the officials agree. Boy, what a call there on 3rd and long. First down. 8 yards they needed. They got it. First down, Carnegie Mellon.
Who they used to call the Riverboat Gambler? Who was that?
In college football?
Yeah.
In Spurrier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what this guy reminds me of.
I hear Riverboat Gambler and I immediately think of Don Hurler Jr. Vasiliadis with the carry. Weston Arthur brings him down at the 35-yard line.
Don Hurtler Jr. Congrats to the young Hurtler on, can't say young anymore, but congrats to him on Hall of Famer. Joined Brian Beatty and a number of other great athletes from Stark County into the High School Football Hall of Fame here in Stark County.
Went in the other night over at the Hall of Fame. And
outstanding honor for him. Great coach at Hoover for so many years.
The late Charlie Bauer Sox. His son was there to accept on his behalf. Ted. 2nd down and 7. Mills play action, throws it. McCullough had it, dropped it at the 41. Really nice coverage by Liebler. That'll bring up 2nd down, checking 3rd and 7.
That's the first time that it feels like Mills' feet have gotten a little happy and kind of let that ball fly just a little bit too high on the inside shoulder. McCullough had beaten Liebler to the spot that he needed. Put it on the inside shoulder. That allows Liebler, who is sometimes too aggressive, Sam, to make a play on it. But that's why he gets playing time as such a young kid.
3rd and 7, Carnegie Mellon at their own 35, 14-13 Mount Union, 2:13 to go in the first half. Twins right, slot left, Mills in the gun. They're going to run that same play again. They're going to get a first down again. Midfield to the Raider 40 and out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
So where's
Vasiliadis, same play.
Where's the contain, though, too? 2 drives in a row now. We've seen, and we're at the 2-minute warning, but 2 drives in a row, Sam, we've seen that Carnegie Mellon has not run between the tackles. They've run around the tackles. The touchdown run by McGinnis running around the left end where there was no help, and Vasiliadis 2 runs on this drive and big ones, and that one a gain of 30 yards to the Mount Union 35, and whereas Mount's rushing defense is normally stout, they've already given up 66 yards in this half.
Now, I will tell you the Mount Union defensive end, Elijah Franklin, number 90, at first look, I was like, boy, he really got sucked in on that play. Second time around I see the highlight, he was absolutely held at the line of scrimmage around both his shoulder pads, but they didn't see it. So the 2-minute timeout, it's 14-13 Raiders. And Carnegie Mellon now, but Mount had a couple of opportunities to get off the field here and get the ball back, and now the Tartans have a 1st and 10 at the Raider 35 when we come out of this timeout.
Well, and I was looking for it, but opponents this year on 3rd down have converted 63 of 163 against Mount. And this week alone, Carnegie Mellon now 6 of 9 on 3rd down. 3rd and 4th down combined, Sam, they're 8 of 11 on those downs. That's really good football.
Yep. Here we go. 1st and 10, Carnegie at the Raider 35. It's a 14-13 Mount Union lead. Twin receivers just off the tight end side of the left. Mills will play action. He'll roll left. Quarterback steps up in the pocket. He got away once, twice. still on his feet, and the Raiders will finally haul him down at the Mount Union 34-yard line. We'll give him the 33, so he picked up a yard on the play. 140, clock continues to run. Big 12 championship game, Iowa State, Arizona State, 10-10 early in the second quarter. OU leads Miami 7-3, second quarter. Twins right now. Slot left for Carnegie, second down and 9 at the Raider 34. Let's see if we can get a stop. Mills in the gun, taking a long time, gets the shotgun snap. He'll roll right, looking downfield. Mills is in trouble. Moore had him, got away. Mills going to run 30, shake and bake to the 25. Mills got a first down. Vaughn Factor's down at the 45. First down, Tartan's at the Raider 24, but a stoppage in play as Vaughn Factor is down and he's trying to get up.
You know, the tight end who earlier in the game, and I had said chipped the defender there, and Rossi Moore, it was Volano, did not have the ability to get him there. And, you know, and that's interesting, Sam, because Rossi Moore had a hit on him, but you got to credit Ben Mills doing such a good job feeling that pressure in the pocket and being able to step up and run back to the left. And whereas I thought it was just McGinnis who would be able to use his legs, you're starting to see that, you know, Carnegie Mellon has a bit of a three-headed attack back there, and not good to see Vaughn Factor not putting any weight
on his right leg at all.
Yeah.
He is being taken off the field. You can see Jeff Dart kind of slowly walking back to the sidelines. You can tell he's not feeling too good about that, having Vaughn Factor, one of the big defenders on this Mount Union side of the ball, the defensive side. And again, hardly any pressure at all as he goes off the field.
Well, and if you guys are just joining us, too, you missed in the first quarter, Brandon Janssens gets ejected from the game for the targeting. So two key Mount Union defenders in Factor and Janssens, at least for now, out of the game.
So here come the Tartans. The official says wind the clock. We're at 1:10 to go. First half, 14-13 Raiders. McCullough in motion to the right side. Mills in the gun. Play action. He looks. He throws. Looking for McCullough. Almost a one-handed grab in the end zone for a touchdown. Couldn't hold it. Bugs on the coverage. Incomplete. That was a little too close right there.
It was almost
second down.
Sports Center top 10 catch of the week by McCullough. I think he's probably kicking himself because he actually beat Bugs to that football. I think some guys, Sam, see the plays that are made on Sundays by guys like Odell and the gang, and they're like, I want to do it too. Catch it with two hands.
Better to be safe than sorry. Second and 10, Carnegie at the 24-yard line. Right in the middle of the field, Davis to throw. He looks in the flat, caught. Vasiliadis got it, caught it, and ran it. He might be close to a first down, a little bit short down at the 17.
You know, we talked about it last week that John Carroll seemed to have about 20 guys on their roster that were all the big tight end type of grouping. And the coaching style here, they seem to have a lot of H-back / guys that can wear different hats but are what would be probably classified as athletes. And they just have those all over the field. Each of these wide receivers can run. Each of them can catch. It's really impressive to watch.
3rd and 3, Carnegie at the Raiders' 17-yard line. McCullough in motion, Twins right. Motion back to the boundary. Play action, Mills. Shovel behind and incomplete. Well, that was there, too.
It was.
That was there. That could have been a touchdown.
Easily.
But the shovel pass behind the intended receiver, Vasiliadis, and now Mellon says, let's try to get 3 out of this trip.
Oh my goodness, man, was that there?
It was there. I mean, the middle of the field was wide. That was a great call.
It was because you weren't expecting it. You were thinking that they were going to throw the ball down the field or potentially even run there. As we said, though, this guy already missed an extra point, and he's been shaky on some kicks throughout the year. Big kick for him here.
Caputo from 34 yards, left hash, wind at his back, high snap, they get it down, the kick, never had a chance. Never had a chance. It was the bad snap that threw everything off. And Will Squibb could not get it down in time early enough. And the field goal goes awry. And after all that, Carnegie Mellon's got to be feeling, gee whiz, did we kick one away there? Raiders first and 10, 43 seconds to go. And they lead it 14-13. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20. And I would assume here now you got 3 timeouts left. I think if I'm out, I just want to get to the locker room. Well, that's me. And I'm usually the riverboat gambling kind of guy, but not here.
What surprises me there, though, Sam, is that, all day Carnegie Mellon has gone for it on 4th downs. And that's the one time that maybe it could have really made a big difference, and they decide not to.
So first and 10 Raiders. Looks like they're going to try to make something happen. Quick out, right side, caught, Turner at the 30. First down, Mount Union.
Got to be careful here throwing into the wind. You don't want to leave one up hanging and allow a defender to make a play. Sideline routes are probably pretty safe, but middle of the field could be dangerous.
39 seconds to go in the first half. Raiders first and 10 at their 30. They lead 14-13. TJ to throw. Same play. Ooh, look out. Cooper caught it. They'll run him out of bounds at the 34. So a gain of 4 stops the clock with 34 seconds.
Even that, though, was dangerous.
That's very dangerous.
He telegraphed where he was going to go with it, too. You can't do that. Carnegie Mellon is not only looking to stop here, they're looking to play aggressive and make a play right before the half.
Trips right. TJ to throw it again. Looks right. Fires it. Got a man. Caught. Turner. There's that Radford. Radford.
Happy to see him get involved this week, by the way.
Second catch for Trey. First down Raiders at their 43-yard line. And they still have 2 timeouts left.
Now, what's the range you'd have to get to for Merrick to even think about a field goal?
About the 15. That's how bad this wind's blowing. DeShields to throw. Steps up. Throws. Caught. Sanders on a crossing pattern. Got it to the 49. Excuse me. Jeff Dart will call the timeout. 18 seconds to go. They have 1 left. Yeah, on a day like today with the wind, minimum you better get to the 15-yard line.
So is the sickness that you have, is it from Dylan bringing it home from kids passing germs?
I will guarantee you.
Good job, Dylan.
Because he's been sick 3 times in the last 8 weeks with the congestion and all that.
The
crap.
sniffles, yeah.
And now I've started catching it last night. I could tell. So I was loading up last night. Mucinex, this and that and the other. But once it gets you. You just got to fight through it.
Yeah, take every cold medicine known to man.
Yep.
Spike that blood pressure up to about 200 over 100.
Oh yeah, yep.
Drink some chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, they had noodle soup at the Mac Center? Probably not. So I'll load up on the fluids here and do it at halftime. Also, I do have to congratulate our son Dylan today. First time out of the chute. Got that driver's license this morning.
Wow.
So he is a licensed driver.
Dylan B.
He was a nervous wreck this morning, too. I said, don't worry about it. If you don't get it now, you don't get it. Get it next time.
That's pressure, though.
It is pressure. He knocked it out of the box today. Good for him.
When my brother and I both took our driver's test, the guy told us to turn right, and we turned left the other way. And he was like, that was tougher. I'm going to give you your license.
Second and 4 Raiders. TJ looking their side. Nothing there. Now he's going to roll right. Roll right. Fires it. Is that a catch?
Yeah, but
it's a first down. So that'll stop the clock as they move the sticks. Now get up there and spike it. 13 seconds. They spike it with 12. Good job, TJ. So that'll bring up second down for the Raiders. 12 seconds to go. They lead 14-13. They're at the Carnegie Mellon 46-yard line. Again, halftime activities are coming up. Our poor crowd, Mike, is just going to, the grandfather clocks, they get the big pendulum to swing. That's what our crowd, Mike, looks like right now.
If you look at it too much and you start chanting something to yourself, you'll be hypnotized by it.
So the Raiders, 2nd and 10 at the Carnegie 46. Trips left, slot right, TJ to throw. He's looking. He's in trouble. Outlet man. There's Echeverry. Get out of bounds. He scampers out this Tyler at the 41. 6 seconds to go.
I really credit TJ with something here that I don't know that a younger quarterback would make the same decision. He saw that he had Radford and Cooper open deep, but I think the wind in his face told him, do I make that throw right now?
Yep.
But here's the case now. 6 seconds left. You probably don't have enough time for a full play. This is probably a heave to the end zone.
And can he get it there into this wind? Trips to the left, wide right is Turner. TJ to throw. Steps up. He's sacked back at the 46-yard line, and that's the end of the first half. Well, we'll never know. 2 quarters in the books at Alliance, and we have come to the end of the first half. And a little surprise is brewing here, maybe, in the Carnation City. Your score after 2 quarters of play, Mount Union 14, Carnegie Mellon 13. The big halftime report is coming up next.
For over 80 years, Bonford Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Bonford's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance.
Son was crying after getting off the bus. Jackson also shouted at the children on board, alarming parents who were trying to retrieve their kids. Ohio Republicans are seeking to fill the seat of 29th District State Senator Kirk Scheuring, who died November 22nd. The Senate Republican caucus says the individual appointed is to serve the remainder of Scheuring's term, which ends in December 2026. They should intend to seek the position as an incumbent in the November 2026 election. The 29th District encompasses most of Stark County, including Canton, Alliance, Canal, Fulton, Louisville, Massillon, and North Canton. The GOP caucus is accepting applications until 4 p.m. December 20th. Incoming and outgoing traffic for a pair of businesses in Navarre can now take advantage of an upgraded intersection. Tractor Supply Company and Hendrickson are located near Sterilite Street Northeast and Full Street Southwest. The intersection was open to traffic following a ribbon-cutting ceremony Friday. Elected officials and business leaders attended the event. The intersection underwent roughly $1 million in improvements, including a new traffic light, turning lane, and resurfacing. A tax increment financing agreement helped pay for the project. Stark County, the city of Massillon, and Village of Navarre covered the remaining expenses. All students and staff are safe, and there was no threat to the school community. That's the word from Salem police, who say in a Facebook post they investigated a report of a possible firearm on school property Friday morning. They responded to Southeast Elementary, but determined the item was a toy gun. School officials say it was carried to school by a student. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We've posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
Former Liverpool Township Police Chief Jason Jackson is scheduled to return to court for a pretrial hearing December 19th. He's charged with a misdemeanor count of domestic violence in Columbiana County Municipal Court. Jackson was released from the county jail after posting bond. The charge stems from an alleged domestic incident. A reported fight at Jackson's home prompted a visit from Liverpool Township Police Wednesday morning. Jackson was accused of choking a woman and giving her a bloody nose. He reportedly said they had been drinking. Jackson left law enforcement in early 2022 following several years as chief. A stabbing that occurred at a Youngstown business September 10th has claimed a woman's life. Police say she died sometime within the last month of injuries suffered in the incident. Her name has not been released. The woman was stabbed by 50-year-old Shane Lindeman at a Dollar General store on Belmont Avenue. He also stabbed himself. One of the officers called to the scene fatally shot Lindeman. The Ohio BCI continues to investigate the shooting. Police say the victim and Lindeman had a relationship at one point, though the circumstances of their encounter at the store are unclear. The Mahoning County Grand Jury has indicted 3 women accused of operating illicit massage parlors. They are Exin Cheng of Virginia, Jenzi Gong of Illinois, and Man Rayung Yu of Flushing, New York. They face felony charges of engaging in a pattern of corrupt activity, conspiracy, money laundering, promoting prostitution, and possession of criminal tools. They also are charged with soliciting. The Mahoning Valley Human Trafficking Task Force conducted a year-long investigation. They connected the women to massage parlors in Beaver and Springfield townships. Sexual services allegedly were offered in exchange for money. The probe determined the trio funneled large amounts of cash through various bank accounts. A Youngstown police officer investigated over a fatal shooting will not be charged. WKBN-TV reports the officer was called to a home on Maryland Avenue for a domestic violence situation early June 13th. 27-year-old Matthew O'Malley was shot and died at St. Elizabeth Health Center about 12 hours later. The officer has not been named. Evidence from an investigation by the Ohio BCI was turned over to the Mahoning County Prosecutor's Office for consideration. A man arrested in Puerto Rico is in the Mahoning County Jail. 34-year-old Isaiah Colon appeared in common pleas court Friday on charges from Mahoning County of attempted rape and gross sexual imposition. U.S. Marshals and members of the Puerto Rico Police Extradition Unit arrested Colon October 7th at a home in Ponce. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of today's game, right after the forecast from News 5 meteorologist Mark Johnson. From the AM 1310 WDPN newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears.
For your Saturday, a partly sunny sky on the way. We'll see a high in the middle 30s. It's going to be windy as well. For the overnight, cloudy for the most part, still blustery, our low 33. I am Mark J. Weather from News 5.
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, and 2001 Gagliardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor the background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of loss. Markham Wealth is an SEC registered investment investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
Hey, man, good to see you. What brings you out here today? Need to pick up a few tools. You? I need new kitchen cabinets, countertops, maybe even a whole new kitchen, but I can't get any help or find what I need in this place. You need to go to Robertson's for that. Robertson's Kitchen and Bath Gallery is an American Standard plumbing registered showroom, and their knowledgeable consultants have the training and expertise to actually help you get what you need without breaking your budget.
Visit Robertson Kitchen and Bath at 2155 West Main Street in the Alliance Industrial Park, or visit them online at robertsonkitchenandbath.com, where amazing meets affordable.
Lori's Mount Union Diner in Alliance crafts mouth-watering breakfast and lunch before your very eyes. Committed to quality and culinary artistry, they serve satisfying meals showcasing love. Operating on a cash-only basis, keeping things simple so you can focus on savoring the delectable flavors. Beyond exceptional food, the diner transforms your meal into an engaging show. The kitchen is the stage. Come for the food, stay for the delightful performance at 2300 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
"It's a gyro."
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro's.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Where's Pete?
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
And the Purple Raiders lead at the half 14-13 over the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon from Pittsburgh. First half, taking a look at some of the key numbers in the game. First downs, even. 13 for Carnegie Mellon, 12 for Mount Union. Total yardage, pretty even as well. 38 plays for Carnegie Mellon, 187 yards. 30 plays for Mount Union for 170 yards in the first half. Rushing, again, very even, right down the middle. 21 rushes for Carnegie Mellon, 77 yards, 15 for Mount for 66 yards. Passing yards, 110 for Carnegie Mellon, 104 for Mount Union. Put it all together, and it pretty much equals what the halftime scoreboard says, which is a 14-13 game. Biggest difference in the game so far, 2 special teams mishaps by Carnegie Mellon and 1 great return on special teams by Darnell Williams for Mount Union. Other key thing in the game so far has been 1 injury. Von Factor will await to see if he comes back in the second half for Mount Union, and also Brandon Janssens, which can be reviewable at the half when it comes to his targeting call that left him out of the game, but we will see if he is able to return for the second half. Some individuals, Tyler Echeverry, 12 carries, 65 yards, a touchdown, and the other score for Mount Union came via a TJ DeShields run of just 3 yards. So Mount Union's touchdowns both on the ground. As for Carnegie Mellon, Trey Vassiliadis, 12 carries, 59 yards, and Joey McGinnis, 3 carries, 20 yards, and a touchdown. Ben Mills, 11 of 16 through the air, 104 yards and a touchdown. That one going to Brendan McCullough, who has been his leading target today. 5 receptions for 47 yards. Take a look at the scoring plays from the first half. It was Mount Union who found the scoreboard first early in the game.
Good guys get this one in here. 3rd and goal at the Carnegie Mellon 3-yard line. Look at all the window dressing and shifting on this play. Double H-back, left, right. DeShields gets the shotgun snap. He'll rumble into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union.
Little 3-yard touchdown run by TJ DeShields was 7-0 Mount at the 8:24 mark of the first quarter. Carnegie Mellon, though, 11 plays later, 67 yards covered, scored like this.
Wins right again. Mills takes a couple of steps forward like he's going to run it. He stops, fires it into the end zone, and a touchdown. Brandon McCullough, the sophomore, that was just one weird drive. And it ended up in a touchdown. 7-6 Mount Union.
5:08 time elapsed on the drive, and they scored at the 3:12 mark of the first quarter. Carnegie Mellon would make it 13 unanswered early in the second quarter when their second-string quarterback and their running quarterback in McGinnis made this play.
The Wildcat formation. It's a tight look on the line. H-back left, right, wide right. McGinnis gets the snap and runs it. Look at that. Nobody's going to touch him. He walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Carnegie Mellon. Joey McGinnis, the fourth. Nobody within a mile of him after he got the shotgun snap. Cruised into the end zone.
13 plays, 88 yards on that drive. Impressive drive for Carnegie Mellon. Mount Union, though, they would tack on one more score before the end of the half. And, again, it was the Gallardi Trophy snub in Tyler Echeverry who found the end zone.
Cooper now going to go set slot right. Sanders wide to the right. Turner to the boundary left. Now motion inside. Double fake. Now it's going to be Echeverry on a carry. 10, Echeverry, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, touchdown. Mount Union. Tyler Echeverry from 13 yards away. Good guys are back in the end zone. 13-13.
Tyler Echeverry continues what has been a very special season for him. I believe an NCAA leading 23rd touchdown of the season for the running back in Tyler Echeverry, who has eclipsed the 1,300-yard mark this season. Put it all together, halftime score, 14-13. Mount Union ahead of Carnegie Mellon. We'll take a break here. You're listening to Mount Union football, Division III college football in the playoffs via AM 1310 WDPN in Alliance. When we return, Sam will rejoin me, and we'll talk about things to come in the second half. Again, halftime score, Mount Union 14 and Carnegie Mellon 13. We'll be back.
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, 2001 Gallardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of losses. Markham Wealth is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
For over 80 years, Montfort Glass has been the expert when it comes to glass. You can count on the professionals at Montfort's for the latest techniques in glass repair, like the Aegis windshield repair system. The Aegis system can repair small chips in your windshield before they grow into big headaches. This revolutionary process takes less than an hour and can easily restore your windshield to its original strength. In fact, the Aegis windshield repair system is so effective that most insurance companies will waive the deductible and cover the entire amount of the repair, saving you and your insurance company up to 80% of the cost of a windshield replacement. The Aegis windshield repair system, just one of the expert repairs from Montfort Glass. They'll help you save money and make your windshield safer. Montfort Glass. Call 330-823-0450 or stop by at 30 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
We return back in here to Mount Union, Karis Stadium. Halftime again, 14-13. Mount Union leading Carnegie Mellon. Going to look at a scoreboard check from around the country right now, not just in Division III, but also Division I games at the moment. Big 12 championship game, Arizona State 17, Iowa State 10. That's late in the second quarter. Interesting there to see if Iowa State and the former Purple Raider and Matt Campbell can stage a comeback. MAC championship game, the Bobcats of OU leading Miami, the Redhawks 14-3, approaching halftime in that game. Kind of some surprises from around the Division III landscape today. We'll tell you about all of those right now. First, on the side of the bracket that Mount Union is in, of course, they lead Carnegie Mellon 14-13 at the half. Third quarter, Salisbury just taking it to Randolph-Macon 21-0. The score there. It's North Central 6 and Hope 0. That is a second quarter score, closer than I thought it would be. The defending Division III champion, Cortland, in a tight one with Springfield at the half. It's 27-21, Springfield leading Cortland at the half. DePaul currently losing to Johns Hopkins 14-0. That's a third quarter score. Wartburg and Bethel from Minnesota tied at 7 early in the game there. St. John's from Minnesota 3 and Susquehanna 0 start of the second quarter. And Mary Hardin Baylor, yes, 3-loss. Mary Hardin Baylor going to play Linfield later today at 3 o'clock, so we'll await to see what happens there. It's crazy. Hardin Simmons from Texas as well was thought to be a team entering this whole fun bracket that we're in as a potential danger for a lot of these teams. But Mary Hardin Baylor, the tradition that they have, Sam, playing down in Texas, I think they know, hey, we go on a run this year. We get to basically have a home crowd at the Stag Bowl at the end of the season. And even though 3 losses, when you have a great program, you have a great tradition built, doesn't seem to matter. Score that surprises me the most, Cortland, reigning champion, down to Springfield. And I'm very surprised that DePaul is getting beaten by Johns Hopkins 14-0. That's an undefeated DePaul team that really had not had a tough battle this year.
I'll tell you what, you were rattling through those scores in the North Central. Indy out of Illinois. That 6-0 game there, like, I know there's a lot of football to go, but early on, you look at these scores and say, hey, what's going on with the top seed? But there's some surprises today so far, but we'll know about 3:30, 4 o'clock today for most. I think, is the Linfield game out west?
I believe it is.
So that's a 3 o'clock start out there.
Yep.
But we should know by 4 o'clock today, most of the noon games that are kicking off will have results, and we'll know. Well, we won't know anything official, depending on what happens here. Heck, Mount's got to win the game here first to start worrying about other stuff. But
well, and Linfield's really good. They handed it to Texas Lutheran last week, 65-3. I don't know much about Texas Lutheran. I don't know if football is very good where they're at, but
well,
I know how good Hardin Baylor and Hardin Simmons have been over the years.
Yeah, I remember, and no disrespect to Linfield, but every year I would have a conversation with the late, great Lenny Reich, who is the longtime SID here. We tragically lost Lenny almost 2 years ago. And I always say, hey, what about Linfield? He goes, the next big game Linfield wins will be their first. And we always used to laugh about that. So competition not as strong out there in Oregon way as far as the D3 is concerned. And so, but that's they'll play a little bit later on. But here, 14-13 Mount Union, the longest halftime known to mankind continues here on 1310 WDPN. And Mount's been on the field for about 3 or 4 minutes. Carnegie Mellon just now coming out of the locker room. The wind is just as wild and woolly as it was in the first half. And you said something a couple of minutes ago, and I've been kind of feeling it all day. I don't really even want to say it, but this game has a Alma feel to it. And you just hope that it doesn't kind of go sideways for the Purple Raiders here today. And, you know, Janssens is out with that targeting. We'll see if he's able to come back in as they looked at that at the break. Von Factor went out with a right leg injury in the first half. You just hope that you got enough to get through this thing and move on, because it's all about survive and advance at this point. But I'll tell you what, you never know what can happen on a windy Saturday in the playoffs in D3. I mean, most of the time you know what's going to happen. You do. This weekend, though, has turned out to be, maybe we better pay a little closer attention to the scoreboard today.
You know, I think that there's been a feeling between you and me and between, I would say, almost all media members that cover Mount Union for, I don't know how long you could say the feeling has been in place. I would say it didn't start in '93 because that was the first one, but somewhere around like 2000 and after you had the days of Chuck Moore, that the expectation became that Mount Union was going to get through the first 3 to 4 rounds of the playoffs and just kind of roll through their competition unless they met somebody that was an opponent they had seen before or somebody that had a truly special talent in terms of the guys that they were facing. And they've, of course, had close games over the years, but I think what we're seeing, Sam, is that in the post-transfer portal world and in the current world of athletics that we live in, where, you know, you don't know what's going into getting a certain kid to a school, the days of Mount Union just having bigger, better, faster players at every single position, it's harder to do now than it's ever been before. And that's not an indictment on the coaches, on the program,
not at all.
anything. It's just the landscape has changed. The days where, you know, Larry Karras could go and say, you want to play for a national championship? Are you a good kid? Do you get good grades? And that was enough? That's gone. That's all gone, because kids care about what the uniforms look like, and kids care about, you know, how much media coverage do I get, and they care what are the facilities like, and they care, you know, do I have a chance to make NIL money here? You know, and those things were not things that you had to deal with 20, 30 years ago, and I think that's why even the greats are not necessarily regressing completely to the mean, but it's not as many, hey, round of 16, let's go in here and win 47-3 and move on to the next week. You're going to find these games a lot more in the next 10 to 12 years, and I think it's a good thing. I think it attracts people. The only disappointing part is that the crowd is not bigger here today.
Yeah, and, you know, and I even got to step back a little bit, and, you know, you talked about it. The landscape of college football has changed, and maybe we're all willing to admit that it has, or that we want it to. And yeah, you can say, well, yeah, Division I, Division III. But there's a small trickle down effect, very small, but it goes from D1 to, I still call it 1AA. I don't care what anybody says. Division II, Division III, and you're right. It's the all-encompassing package of the program, the level of football, the opportunities to make a little money, to get your name, image, and likeness out there to begin with, and then maybe you cash in on that at some point. Facilities, you talk, you know, Oregon started the whole thing with the 50,000 uniforms and this and that and the other, and you're seeing it now in different places now where if you're financially able to back that sort of thing. And, you know, I was talking to a guy last night. We were doing high school basketball, Warren Harding and Central Catholic. We're talking about some of the great Harding football teams, like the late Corey Stringer and guys like that. And, of course, Central's had some great players over the years. It was called Hall of Famer Alan Page. But not to get too far off the subject, but, you know, there was a time where at Mount Union, if you weren't feeling real good about things at Ohio State, like Larry Kennard, you come to Mount Union. And all of a sudden, Mount had a 6'6", 320-pound tackle at Division III, and they were waylaying people. Second half is underway, and it goes out of bounds. So that kickoff into the win, not a good start for Carnegie Mellon. So, yes, things have certainly changed, and you deal with it, you adjust, and the ones who adjust are going to be there, and the ones that don't are going to be left behind.
I mean, you know, you just think about some of the names throughout the years, but I mean, I just watched the special that they did on Larry Karras, and still living here in Alliance, and, you know, and watching him drive his golf cart in that special, and I was taken aback by watching highlights of Nick Sirianni too, and how talented he was, and you wonder, the kids like the Siriannis, they were good enough to play here. They would have been good enough to play elsewhere.
Yeah. Oh, sure they were.
But they chose to come here. And, you know, and that's a big thing.
Second half underway with the pitch out run. Echeverry, 35, Tyler, 40 to the 43 where he's taken down. So Tyler Echeverry starts the third quarter with a bang, an 8-yard gain. It'll be second down and 2. 14-13, Mount Union. Just underway third quarter. Sam Berkwood, John Bazika. Good to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon from Karras Stadium in Alliance, Ohio, Division III. College football playoffs today between Carnegie Mellon and Mount Union. Don't forget, we've got college basketball coming up almost immediately when we're done here. Mount Union Capital hoops today for the Mac Center on 13-10 around 3:30. Pass and catch, caught, first down at the Carnegie Mellon 47-yard line. That's Tyrell Sanders, first down, Mount Union.
You know, I think this third quarter is going to be extremely important to Carnegie Mellon because they're going to have the wind in their face the entire quarter. And the question is, how much does that affect Mount Union offensively? And can Carnegie Mellon continue to execute offensively when they're on the field?
Purple Raiders going to go 3 wide. Twins right, slot left, H-back left. Little crossbuck action. There's Tyler, 45. Echeverry stretches out to the 40 and down to the Carnegie Mellon 39-yard line. Gain of 8 for Tyler Echeverry. Nice run by number 0 in purple. I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed that the big purple inflatable Grinch has been taken down in the parking lot where the tailgaters are. I hope he didn't fly away with the wind, but he was a pretty good-looking inflatable for Christmas season over there, and he is now no more.
He was heading towards Whoville last I checked.
He might be. TJ back to throw 2nd and 2. Goes back, fires it left side, incomplete. Is there a penalty flag? No. Pretty good coverage back there for Carnegie Mellon. Ethan Ming back there on the coverage, and incomplete. Hey, I like the call. They went for the home run, 2nd and short. Why not? Incomplete, though, 3rd down.
You know, and I know
Look at that throw, though.
I know, perfect spiral. I know Mount Union wants a flag on Ming for not turning around, but I think it's kind of a tough ball to make a play on out there.
I think that's a good no call right there. Here comes the blitz. TJ delivers it, pass caught. 1st down, Cooper 35, Cooper 30. He's out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Jerry Cooper having a day today. I still go back to his 2nd catch of the day where he just unloaded on a defensive back and knocked him to the ground. 1st down Raiders at the Tartan 24-yard line.
You know, I keep thinking all year, Sam, that Mountain doesn't really have that true, like, big, deep threat, and they just have a bunch of possession guys, but you make the parts of the whole, and it's an impressive group of wide receivers.
Echeverry gets the carry, 25-20. Tyler inside the 18. Echeverry to the 17-yard line on progress. It's a gain of 6 more on the play. You know, they run that play a lot, where they will put TJ in the gun. They'll run Cooper in motion to the left. He'll go back to the right, and then they'll give it to Echeverry. But, hey, 5 yards at a crack, you'll take it.
Well, and it's all about exploiting the matchup. You know, giving Tyler a chance to make a play when he gets through there and just allowing your offensive line to plow open those holes and let him make a big play.
Echeverry again trying to go around the left side, and this time Carnegie Mellon, maybe for the first time all day, strings that play out and makes the defensive play. Leighton Tarkey, number 29, led the charge for the Tartans on that play. And now Mount Union, 3rd and 10 at the Carnegie 23-yard line. 11:34 to go, 3rd quarter. Raiders 14, Carnegie Mellon 13. Cooper in motion, TJ to throw. It's a screen and complete at the 25-yard line. They read that perfectly. There was no chance for that to happen. Now, do you bring Merrick in for a field goal? It would be 40 yards with the wind at his back. And here comes number 7, the place kicker for Mount Union. You got to get something out of this.
You do, and that's a huge stop for Carnegie Mellon. We had seen most of the afternoon that it seemed like when Mount wanted to kind of rear their heads back and score that they could, and this is a tough kick, though, for Merrick. That wind makes a huge effect.
40-yard attempt, left hash, the wind swirling. This will be a big 3 points right here for the Raiders. Snap spot. Yvonne gets his foot into it. The wind gets a hold of it and pushes it through. It's up and good. Big field goal for the Raiders. Yvonne Merrick from 40 yards away, and some more points on the board for Mount Union. 11:20 to go 3rd quarter. Raiders now lead it 17-13, and the wind played a role there, John. I don't know if there is not that wind, if it makes it. But he got it up there and pushed it through. 17-13, good guys.
Well, and it's good to see Yvonne go from early in the season where he had some confidence issues from about that distance, and probably since about week 5, he's been pretty sure-legged to the point to where he's making those kicks regularly, and it's good to have him back too, Sam. I mean, you remember a couple of weeks ago, the team was without him and did not have him in these key positions like that. So good to see him out there and making kicks.
NBA score. I forgot the Cavs are playing a matinee today. Cavaliers 43 and Charlotte Hornets 26. 9 minutes to go in the first half, not in Charlotte.
28-0 Salisbury over Randolph-Macon.
Stick a fork in Randolph-Macon. That's it. Miami trailing Ohio U 21-3 at the break. Arizona State now 24, Iowa State 10 halftime.
Wow. As you said, where'd they come from?
Yeah, I mean, Herm Edwards just completely
vanished.
Did everything out. That was one of the worst hires ever. And Arizona State's been kind of a bottom feeder the last several years in the Pac-12. But boy, this year they're ranked 14th in the country.
Say they look
obviously
like
a win today. They're in the playoff, and they're doing some good things down there in the desert. There's the
like
kickoff.
The Jake Plummer.
Right. Return, Carnegie Mellon, 10, 15, 20, 25. Blocked to the 30. Still rolling out to the 35-yard line. That's a heck of a return by Will Bauma. So, the Purple Raiders got 3 on their drive. Let's see what the Tartans do now. 11-13 to go third quarter. Mount 17, Carnegie Mellon 13. Sam Berkwood, John Bazika, Papa George with us today from the booth here at Mount Union. And let's see now what the Tartans do.
Previous drive.
They've been a very confident group offensively all day. They really have. Trying to see, is Von Factor back out there?
He is.
He is. Good to see there. Inside handoff. Hey, and Jansen's is back in there too. So, hey, number 4 and number 5, who we thought may be done for the day, both out there on defense for the Raiders, and that's good news after a 4-yard pickup there by the tailback, Vasiliadis, and it's second down and 6.
Previous drive, by the way, for Mountain Union, 9 plays, 42 yards, and the 40-yard field goal by Merritt caps it off.
Big Ben Mills at quarterback. Second down and 7. Play action. He'll throw it slant. Incomplete at the 45-yard line. Pass intended for Taimling.
You know, it almost looked like there, Sam, that he was anticipating that the wind was going to knock the ball back a few pegs, and he threw that out in front of Taimling, almost anticipating that, because I think he could have put that more on its numbers. He led him towards the inside part of his body, and I'm kind of surprised he did that. He has not made throws like that most of the afternoon.
So Carnegie Mellon now, third down, 7 from their own 38-yard line. 10:34 third quarter, Raiders up by 4. Mount bringing 5. Mills steps up. That ball got caught up in the wind and incomplete. Taimling again, the wide receiver. That ball never had a chance.
No.
You're asking him to go left hash across the right hash, further over to the right. And with the crosswind now, that ball was never going to get there. Big defensive stop for the Raiders. Carnegie Mellon will punt it away. That ball just died.
It's only the second punt of the day for Mills. His last one, also into the wind like this, was only 28 yards. So we'll see if he can fare better this time. Seems like the wind's blowing harder.
And that one almost got blocked. Mills should unleash this one at around his 26, and he does. Line driver. That's a heck of a punt into that wind. Let's just let that one go. Carnegie will jump on it at the Mount 25. That's a great punt. Line drive. He got the spiral to just kind of cut through the wind. And the Raiders will take over first and 10 with a 17-13 lead. 10:21 to go in the third quarter here in Alliance. The sun is out, but don't let that fool you. We are in the 20s, upper 20s right now, and a real good gusting wind toward the scoreboard here at Kara Stadium.
37-yard punt.
Wow, that's pretty good.
In that wind, that's pro-level stuff.
That's
right
fantastic.
There. Well, now the question becomes, can Mount Union hit on some sort of big play? And Sam, you and I are always wishing for it. Darnell Williams behind the quarterback here in TJ DeShields.
There we go. Pistol formation, TJ to throw. Looking left, outlet man, Echeverry got it. Breaks the tackle, 25. Tyler, 30, scrumbles across out of bounds. And to see, and a late flag, another late flag thrown in. One was thrown way up there, one was fired in. And Could that be some sort of a very late illegal block? Looked like the Mount coaches were very upset. Wow, unnecessary roughness is the call. Now, did I hear him say 21?
He corrected it to 29.
Okay, 29. So it was Tarkey, the linebacker, got a 15-yard penalty. And the Purple Raiders now with the first down, 1st and 10, Mount at their own 47. Ooh, there it was.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to call that.
Yeah, I was unsure of where it was because I didn't see it anywhere near the play.
10 minutes to go, third quarter. Raiders with the ball up by 4. Give to Darnell. And got away once, got away twice, got away 3 times. There he goes. Midfield to the 45 to the 40, 35-30. Darnell 25, and he scampers out of bounds at the 22-yard line. That's what we're talking about. Darnell Williams, first down, Mount Union. What a run against the grain. There was nothing there, John. He said, you know what? I'm going to go left. And he did.
I feel vindicated now that he had a play like that. I feel like we've been right all year. And
you know what that run just reminded me of? And I know this is way out of there, but Marcus Allen against the Redskins in the Super Bowl. Way back.
I was thinking Barry Sanders.
Hey, I'll take both those guys on my team. First down, Purple Raiders at the Carnegie Mellon 22.
They were okay at football.
1st and 10, Mount. The Shields in the gun. 9:15 to go in the game. They'll play it safe and give it to Echeverry. Tyler 20 breaks the tackle 15. Echeverry stretches forward, leans out, gets a first down at the 12-yard line. Big time momentum drive here for Mount Union.
Well, and if you remember last year in the Alma game, Mount Union was able to come out and kind of create separation early in the third quarter. And then they let Alma hang around. You got to keep the foot on the throat and punch it through here.
Echeverry behind his quarterback. Tyler will get it. 10-5. Echeverry to the 4. Inside the 3-yard line. That's going to be very close to a 1st and goal. I tell you what, man, the more you watch Tyler Echeverry, the more you appreciate what that young fellow brings to the football field every Saturday afternoon.
Well, and the more you wonder how he was snubbed from being a Gallardi Trophy finalist. A long line of guys that have won it here, too. I mean, the guy that comes to mind for me is obviously Chuck Moore.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, Nate Kamick, Chuck Moore, Kevin Burke, I think Bill Borchert back in the day.
2nd and 1 Raiders. They'll give it to Sanders on a jet sweep. Tyrell going to get the first down as he got just inside the 2. 1st and goal, Mount Union. Looked for a minute like he might be able to snake it up into the end zone. But nonetheless, 1st and goal, Mount Union. Excuse me, this will be a big score for Mount here. They really get up to the line quickly. Almost a bunch formation. Give it to Tyler Echeverry. Trying to get to the corner. Hill walking into the end zone. Touchdown, Mount Union. Tyler Echeverry hits pay dirt. 7:32 to go third quarter. 23-13 Purple Raiders.
Such an impressive run by Tyler. Saw nothing up the middle and decided to split it out to the right with a flag down, though, now.
Yeah, of course.
Not sure what this is concerning. It appears as though there's
some jawing going on, I can tell you that.
Tensions flaring for sure.
There's some woofing going on down there. Penalty flag is just inside the Carnegie Mellon 8. Right where one of the yellow soccer lines is in the box area. I'm guessing here this is going to be 15 on Carnegie, and they'll do it on the kickoff. Just a guess.
By the way, former Mount Union Gallardi Trophy winners Jim Ballard, Bill Borchert, Chucky Moore, Dan Pugh, Greg Michelli.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Greg. Yeah.
Kevin Burke twice, and he was the last one to win it back in 2014.
Wow, 10 years.
Luke Lenahan, the quarterback who you love so much from North Central, the latest winner.
Okay, so I was correct in my assumption there. 15-yard penalty on Carnegie Mellon. That'll be used on the kickoff. Well, you can really pin them deep now.
You could. But the wind, too.
So Yvonne on for the extra point to give the Raiders an 11-point lead with 7:32 left to go third quarter. Good snap, good spot. Franklin gets it down. Merrick drills it. It's good. And we've got a timeout at Cara Stadium in Alliance. Mount Union 24, Carnegie Mellon 13. And a little flexing of the Purple Raider mystique on that drive to put Mount on top by 2 scores.
Yeah, that's truly probably the best they've looked all afternoon on a drive. They really took control there. 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was all set up, Sam, by the big run that we saw out of Darnell Williams, who has now touched the ball twice today. Once on a run for 31 yards and once on a kick return for 48 yards. Basically what I'm telling you is that when he touches the football,
something good happens.
There's a good chance that he's going to get 30-plus yards with it.
Yep.
All-purpose leader from a year ago, continuing to shine here. And whereas at the half, this game was pretty even statistically, Mount Union starting to pull ahead. 272 in total yardage to 190. And, Sam, I really think here this drive coming up for Carnegie Mellon could be the drive that truly would decide the game. If Carnegie Mellon's able to respond here and score, you've got a brand new football game. If Mount can get a stop and score again, this thing's over, and Mount's looking at a potential trip to Maryland next week.
Salisbury last week checked in 28-0 over Randolph-Macon in the third quarter. See anything more on the OHSAA this morning? That game should be over, that 10 o'clock game.
It was 31-0 Coldwater late.
Gosh. Boy. I didn't see that coming. I thought Coldwater would probably beat Kirtland. Didn't see 31-0 late.
I'll tell you the final here in a minute.
Indian Valley going to go for their state championship tonight.
31-7 the final.
31-7 the final. Of course, there's a game coming up at 3.
Yeah, Ironton and Liberty Center, and then I really, the crowds have been
bad.
Yeah,
been bad.
I was going to be nicer than you, but been around longer than I have.
Yeah, it's not been good.
I'm interested to see what this morning was. I didn't get a tally on it. I think we had figured out through 4 that they were averaging like about 4,600. I mean, it's tough. You don't get a team from Stark County in, and you're not going to have the same.
You just wonder if the bloom is off the rose, with as far as community is concerned, about going and supporting the games at the high level that they did when they first came here. Of course, you got to remember they were splitting those games between Canton and Massillon as Merritt kicks that one out of the end zone. But you thought, one centrally located site. Of course, the village is way behind where they're supposed to be. The weather's not been fantastic, but not even just this year. I mean, if Massillon, John, had not made it the previous 2 or 3 years, what the final attendance numbers would have been for the whole weekend. And I'm just wondering now, where are we as far as the the support of the entire event in Canton for the 3 days? Where is it? Is it has it seen its better days, and are people just like, live TV, of course. You're giving people another option there not to go. I just wonder where we're at as we move forward. And we can get into that here as we move along. Still got a 11-point game, not quite ready to dig into the bag of fill yet. 7:23 left to go third quarter, 24-13 Raiders.
Last thing I'll say about it, George made a good point this morning. My daddy, he said that, what's the average size crowd anymore for a high school football game? And it's about 4,400 people. I would say the average high school crowd is. So if that's the average high school crowd, that's about what you're going to get for those games on a weekend. This morning, 3472, lowest crowd of the weekend so far.
I also wonder, and it's you can't really blame anybody, but again, if
Well, but if you
there's
move
not
it-
a local team in the area, and quite honestly, are people tired of going to watching the same teams all the time?
Yes. Well, and if you were to move it Columbus, I think that you'd get the mystique for a couple years, and then I think that would blow off very quickly.
There's McGinnis, flag down. McGinnis going to be taken down at around the 37, but again, we've got Laundry back here at the 35.
Well, I mean, it's even, and again, I don't think it's a commentary on the fans of the teams, but I mean, even Mount Union back in the day, a game like this, you draw 4,000 or 5,000 people, and I just think that, as you said, it's the advent of live television, it's the advent of social media. I mean, you don't even have to watch the game anymore to know what's going on in the game.
Yeah, and a lot of people of the younger generation, they don't care.
No.
They just, all right, give me the score.
Right.
Then I'll let you know if I care. That's where we're at.
Well, because
unfortunately,
because the figuring in it is that if the team is good, well, they're going to make the playoffs, and there's going to be another game next week.
Yeah.
If there's another game next week, there will be another game the week after that, and you can always watch the big game then.
Yeah. Which, to me, and that's where 15-yard penalty on Carnegie Mellon, by the way, 1st and 10. Tartans at their own 25. Raiders on top by 11. Mills to throw, fires it off the fingertips of the big tight end. Moynihan incomplete. And that's why I worry. These are the big games.
Yes.
This is the state championship. This is where it's supposed to all come together. And you're not seeing a movement in the numbers at all.
Well, and I think to your point, though, too, I mean, Marion Local has been there every year. Coldwater gets there almost every other year. Kirtland's there every other year.
Yep.
These two games coming up this evening, though, these are a lot of new teams.
So I'm hoping there might be a little increase in the numbers. Tailback carry 31-32-yard line. Purple Raider tackle by Caleb Renard at the 34. 6 minutes flat to go here in the third quarter. Mount Union 24. Carnegie Mellon 13. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you. 1310 WDPN, also on the Q92 Facebook page and YouTube channel and Q92radiosports.com. Here from Alliance on this Saturday afternoon, NCAA College Football Division III. Third round playoff action. Raiders trying to advance, and it would behoove them here to get a big stop. Carnegie 3rd and 14 at their own 31. McCullough goes in motion to the right. Raiders will rush 4. Mills to throw, steps up in the pocket. Happy feet, fires it. Caught! First down as a 50-yard line. Guess who? McCullough. First down.
You know, you're thinking there, as you said, Sam, they rush 4. Felt like Caleb was close to getting to him. They kind of stunted in there, too. Brought some different types of pressures, and just when you think Mount Union's ready to capitalize and throw the knockout blow, this quarterback in Mills, man, he's a tough kid, fires in, makes probably his best throw of the afternoon.
Well, you're thinking there, 3rd and 13, get off the field, get the ball, get the win, go down and score.
New life, though.
Yeah, I mean, because then I'm thinking, okay, 31-13, getting close to the end of the third quarter. Maybe you deliver that knockout punch, but not happening. Still an 11-point game. Pickup of 6 on that carry.
Well,
2nd and 4.
Well, now you start to think, too, what if that snap on that field goal goes better right before the half? This drive is to go down, touchdown, 2-point. You're tying it up. It's a closer game than what that score says.
Yes. Trips left. Now they'll break out of it. McCullough goes in motion. He'll come back this way. Again, Vasiliadis with the carry. Minimal there to the Raider 42. That'll bring up 3rd and short for Carnegie Mellon.
You know, someone made a point, too, was talking next door with Harry and Mike Alina, who's filling in for Jeff Shreve today on the TV broadcast, and they were saying center threw it 68 times or 62 times last week against this team.
Here comes the Wildcat. Joey McGinnis, the 4th, is in the Wildcat. Everybody tight. He'll get the direct snap, and he'll run it right around the right side. Tight end got turned in again. McGinnis went right around him, out of bounds. First down, Carnegie Mellon.
You know, what's wild about that play is that you literally have 10 guys standing around the line of scrimmage, and you know the ball is not going right over the center.
Right.
You know he's going to take it around the end. So why are you not playing some contain to the outside? You had one spy in Rossi Moore who's kind of playing off the line, but adds something to that defensive package. It's a free 7 yards, basically.
Stack Twins left, H-back left. Mills back in the shotgun, 1st and 10, Carnegie Mellon. Handoff again, Vasiliados goes right, nothing there, coming back left, 40, 35, tripped up by Liebler as he dives down to the Mount Union 34-yard line. 2:53, clock running in the third quarter. Purple Raiders in front, 24-13.
You know those Alma shades that we were feeling?
This is turning into one of those big boy drives, and this time it's for Carnegie Mellon going right to left into the teeth of this wind.
Well, and you got to get 7 going into this wind. There's no chance with your special teams blunders. You're not going to get 3.
Second down and 5 at the 34 for Carnegie Mellon. Mills, inside handoff, 35, 34-yard line. That was Boma on the carry. He's had a couple of shots at it today.
Well, and this is where Carnegie Mellon has made their bones all afternoon, is on third downs. As we mentioned, coming into the game, teams were only converting 38.6% of the time on Mount Union on third down. Carnegie Mellon, 61.5% this afternoon on 8 of 13.
There's that formation, almost 2 running backs left, 1 right, and right smack in the middle is the quarterback, Mills. Raiders showing blitz. Vasiliados gets the carry, weaving, bobbing and weaving down to the 31. He's going to be short of the first down. Boy, they have really buttoned it up here conservatively the last couple of snaps. And here comes the Joey McGinnis show on 4th and 2. And now will the Raiders react and figure this out here on this play? Everybody almost
set
in the box, wide to the right. Late substitution as Bowden comes in. It's 4th and 2, direct snap. Now they're going to run left. McGinnis got the first down and more. 15-10 and out of bounds. My goodness. Well, they went right, they went right, they went right. That time McGinnis came around to the left. They're going to mark him out at around the 12. What's the holdup? I don't see a flag. Is there a flag?
Says there's a flag down.
Little conference by the officials. If the flag's on Carnegie Mellon, that's going to wipe out that first down, which would be huge for Mount Union. Here's the call.
So an unsportsmanlike conduct on Carnegie Mellon, which I'm sure you couldn't hear thanks to the win that we've had. But
so the first down's going to stand.
It is.
So they'll mark the first down, and then they'll walk it back 15 for the post-play foul. So now Carnegie Mellon will line up and roll 1st and 10 at the Mount Union 27-yard line. 1:09 to go, third quarter.
How do you
Purple Raiders 24-13.
How do you like that by McGinnis, though? He's carried the ball 5 times for 42 yards and a touchdown, 8.4 yards a tote.
And there's no guessing on what they're going to do.
You know what it's going to do.
he's just out executed them. That's all. All right, Mills back in, 1st and 10. He'll go back to throw, steps up in that pocket, throws the ball deep right side, caught.
Whoa.
It's a great catch inside the 17 to the 15, down to the 14-yard line. McCullough, and boy, you're asking your quarterback to throw that ball.
What a throw.
That far into the wind.
Left hash, right numbers, on the money. And not just right numbers, Sam, outside the shoulder.
Outside, yep.
Wow. And this guy's a Division III quarterback making that throw?
Good job by Tony Cook not to let him, the receiver, slip away and get into the end zone. This could be the final play of the third quarter. McCullough in motion to the right. Clock is down to 5. Down to 3. They snap it. Mills to throw. Now he's going to tuck it and run and get tripped up and taken down. Janssens with the shoestring tackle. And we played 3 quarters at Kara Stadium in Alliance. A trip to round 4 is on the line. Your score after 3, Mount Union 24, Carnegie Mellon 13. John and I will be back with Purple Raider playoff football in a moment on 1310 WDPM.
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, 2001 Ghilardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor the background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of loss. Markham Wealth is an SEC-registered investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
Lori's Mount Union Diner in Alliance crafts mouth-watering breakfast and lunch before your very eyes. Committed to quality and culinary artistry, they serve satisfying meals showcasing love. Operating on a cash-only basis, keeping things simple so you can focus on savoring the delectable flavors. Beyond exceptional food, the diner transforms your meal into an engaging show. The kitchen is the stage. Come for the food, stay for the delightful performance at 2300 South Union Avenue in Alliance.
Back here at windy Mount Union, 15 minutes to go in the game. Purple Raiders 24, Carnegie Mellon 13. Sam Burke with John Bazika back with you, 1310 WDPN. And this has turned out to be one of those monster drives. 15th play of the drive coming up for Carnegie Mellon. As soon as we get ready to go here in the fourth quarter play, John, and this game is not over yet by any means.
Well, how about how even this game has been? Passing yards, 137 for Mount, 143 for Carnegie Mellon. Rushing yards, 135 for Mount, 134 for Carnegie Mellon. 5 yards difference in the total of yards, 277 to 272. Biggest difference so far has been red zone trips. Mount Union 4 for 5 in the red zone. Carnegie Mellon just 2 for 4 at this point.
Mills and company second and 9 at the Purple Raider 13-yard line. Going left to right, just cranking up here in the fourth quarter. Mills, bubble screen, caught. McCullough at the 10. Taken down at the 9-yard line. He picked up 4 on the play.
By the way, I want to give a shout out. I don't know if he's listening right now, but was at the state championship last night and ran into our good friend Dave Motz.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave said, I'm going to be listening to you guys tomorrow. So, Dave, you better be listening. And if you're not, next time I see you, I'll call you a liar. Love Dave, though.
It's always fun to run into Dave Motz and Tim Rogers at the Mount basketball games.
Well, they're great.
They kind of take over the Mac Center on game day. 3rd and 5 now for the Tartans at the Raider 9. 14:20 to go in the game. Mills to throw. He's looking right. He fires. Got a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Carnegie Mellon. Made that look easy. Reese Coolkey in the end zone. 6 points for the Tartans. 14:15 left in the game. It's now a 24-19 Mount Union lead.
Ben Mills, second passing touchdown of the day, 14 of 23. Sam, all put together, it is a 17-play drive for Carnegie Mellon that results in points. Over 8 minutes of time elapsed on that drive, and no questions here. They're going for 2.
We'll go for 2. 24-19 game. They get it here. They cut it to 3. Mills in the gun, tailback right. Mills will roll right. He's looking, fires, end zone, incomplete at the goal line. Tried to squeeze that one into Tameling. And the Purple Raiders still up by 5 with 14:15 to go. But, boy, that was a monster drive by Carnegie Mellon. They've got some momentum here on this side with the final 14:15 left. You can feel it. Mount's going to have to rebound and probably put at least one more on the board if they want to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, I beg your pardon, too. It was a 16-play drive. They've not updated that yet. 16 plays, 75 yards, 8:17 taken off the clock. And what's most impressive about it, too, Sam, was overcoming the penalties that they did. And I'm going to keep bringing this number up, but Carnegie Mellon now on the day, 3 for 3 on 4th down and 9 for 15 on 3rd down. Again, I say it all the time. You want to come in to Alliance and beat the Purple Raiders, Those are two of the things you have to do. You have to keep their defense on the field for a while, and you have to be willing to take chances. And so far today, Carnegie Mellon, the game plan that they've had and the coaching staff, what they've put together, it's been impressive to watch.
It sure has. So, with 14:15 left, it's 24-19 Mount Union.
And Mount Union's far from out of the woods.
Oh, John, I truly believe they need to go down and score 7.
Yes, 3 would do them no good here.
No.
And with the wind in their face, too.
There's the kick. Raiders, fair catch, so they'll get the ball at their 25-yard line as Thomas calls fair catch. So, here we go.
I'm very anti-fair catch on kickoffs. I know players do it but I mean, you're taking away the chance to make a play. Like, you're a playmaker. They put you back there for a reason, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
Like, could you imagine Josh Cribbs or Devin Hester or Dante Hall or any of the great return men of all time being like, oh, I'm going to take a fair catch. Take a flyer on this one. That really gets me.
College football, Arizona State 30, Iowa State 10. Middle of the third. Here we go, Raiders. First and 10 at their 25. They lead at 24-19. Gonna put it up. TJ fires it. Caught Sanders. Got away at the 35. Got away to the 40. First down, Raiders at the 41-yard line. 16 yards on the pass and catch. DeShields to Tyrell Sanders, first down.
Been the leading target all season for whoever has been behind center for Mount Union. Big-bodied, sure hands. He's not Wayne Ruby in terms of the explosive play, but, man, he's a good possession wide receiver.
Sure is. Twins right, slot left is Turner. Play action. That ball got deflected. Cooper scooped it off the turf, and he got a first down around midfield. I'd love to watch that one again.
Now, the problem becomes here, Sam, is that Mount Union's offense seems to have found a rhythm in what they're doing. And the question is, can you score too quickly and give too much time still?
Let's watch this replay. Watch Coop. He did grab it. He did. Good catch. 13-10 left to go in this game. Raiders up by 5 with the ball driving at the 49-yard line of Carnegie Mellon. Cooper in a slot. Give to Echeverry. Tyler to midfield and no further. He will lose a yard on the play. Stopped down there by Vincent Cece, number 42 for Carnegie Mellon.
So what's the book then if you're going to beat Mount Union? It starts with stopping Tyler Echeverry. So far, Carnegie Mellon has not stopped him today, but 20 carries for 102 yards. That's holding him in check for what he has been most of the year. I mean,
he got a lot of that early. They've kind of put the clamps on him lately. Let's see if we get Radford or Cooper involved here. Second and 11 Raiders. Cooper in motion to the right, comes back left. Carnegie Mellon bringing 7. They'll give it to Echeverry. There he goes. 50, 45 to the 44-yard line.
It's a great open field tackle there, too. Ethan Ming, the DB, one who came up and that's one-on-one right there. You're going against arguably the best rusher in the nation. And a key third down coming up. Mount Union today just 3 for 6 on third downs, whereas Carnegie Mellon has converted 9 of them. Mount Union has only had 6 of them to try and convert.
Raiders will bring in Matt Anderson. They will bring in Drew Sims.
2-down territory?
Ooh, into the wind, I don't know. We'll see. Sanders in motion to the right. DeShields gives it Tyler. Got room, got blocks, got a first down to the 38-yard line. First down, Purple Raiders. A gain of 6 for Tyler Echeverry. Mr. Reliable today for Coach Jeff Dart and the Raiders. Move the chains. Mount Union first down.
By the way, I want to clarify something, too. People listening might say, well, John, Tyler's still averaging 5 yards a carry. Well, just to put that into perspective, folks, he leads the nation in yards per carry at 8.5. So 5 yards for Tyler Echeverry for carry is a pedestrian afternoon for the young man. It's good for a lot of other guys, but this guy's not used to that.
The shield's in the gun. It's a pistol look. Mellon showing blitz. TJ to throw. Off his back foot. Fires it way overthrown. Incomplete. Cooper, the closest Raider. He was about 7 yards away. That stops the clock. 10:56 to go in the fourth quarter. Purple Raiders are not anywhere near out of the woods. They lead Carnegie Mellon 24-19. Sam Berkman, John Bazika with you today on 1310 WDPN. Hello, Raider Nation listening online, Q92radiosports.com. On the Q92 Facebook page and also on the YouTube channel. Good to have you with us today. Trying to root the Raiders onto another win. Bad snap. DeShields goes back and gets it. Fires it right side. Caught. Cooper. Stay in bounds. Yes.
Did he keep it through the catch, though? I know they're going to give it to him and they can't review, but...
So Coop is able to hold on down to the Carnegie Mellon 34-yard line.
I'm going to be interested to see if he was able to keep this ball all the way through here. I know it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Got the foot down, though. What a catch.
What a catch. That's a great catch. Made it look a lot easier than it was. Carnegie Mellon fans rooting for defense. Purple Raider Nation, we need a first down. 3rd and 6 at the Mellon 34, going right to left. 10:30 left to go in the game. DeShields to throw. TJ fires, outlet, Thomas, 35. Thomas takes a hit at the 30. Going to be short of the first down. Now I'm going for it.
Down here, 30-yard line?
I'm going.
Can't kick the field goal. This would be like an equivalent to like a 60-yarder from here.
This is officially, boy, they're going to need a chunk here. It's a 4th and long. That's a legit 2 that they're going to need, Mount Union. At the Carnegie Mellon 30-yard line.
Watch the stretch play here to Echeverry. That always seems to be the play. They get him in space in situations like this.
4th and 2. Bad snap. DeShields is going to keep it lunging, and I don't think he got it. They're going to be short of the first down. Carnegie Mellon takes over 1st and 10 with 9:52 left.
You know,
Didn't get it.
They go RPO there, and I'm not really convinced as to why. You know, you've got Tyler in the backfield there with TJ, and you've got your leading rusher in the backfield, and you let your quarterback, who is known more as a pocket passer, make a decision on an RPO on a key 4th and 2. I mean, that's got to be give the ball to Tyler every day of the week. It just has to be. He's what's gotten you here. Give him the football in that position.
Shades of Alma.
Well, they've come on quickly.
Creeping in here. 9:52 to go. Mount 24, Carnegie Mellon 19, but it is a precarious 5-point lead for the Raiders. 1st and 10 for the Tartans. Back to throw in the flat. Incomplete. Well, a lot of congestion, a lot of traffic over here. Mills tried to slide it in. The Vassiliadis incomplete. 2nd down, 9:47 left. Purple Raiders up by 5. If you're thinking about timeouts down the road, each team with their full allotment of 3.
Well, and the other thing that I'm thinking about too at this point, Sam, is that if Carnegie Mellon is to go down and score here, and they kick the extra point, it's a 2-point game. A field goal is no guarantee with the win in your face if you're Mount.
Not at all. Vassiliadis gets the carry over the left side. He's across the 32, out to the 33-yard line for a gain of 4. Big 3rd down. They all are going to be big third down plays now the rest of the way.
9 of 15 on 3rd down before this play. Mount Union, again, not converting those 3rd downs at as high a clip. They're just 4 for 8 today. And they're 0 for 2 on 4th down, by the way.
3rd and 6, Carnegie Mellon at their own 33-yard line. 9:15 to go in the ball game. There is McGinnis. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open, and he overshot him at the 35-yard line. My goodness, Brandon McCullough was wide open. Overthrew him, incomplete, 4th down.
That had 6 written all over it. How about the confidence, too, in this coaching staff to have Mills out there the whole time and then bring McGinnis in on a key 3rd down like that?
That's a heck of a call. And it was there.
It was.
But
it was.
Raiders dodge a bullet. 4th and 6, Carnegie Mellon.
Well, and it's a smart call, too, because you got to expect McGinnis to run.
Here's the punt. Mays high. wobbly spiral, gets a great bounce for Carnegie Mellon inside the 20. It'll roll inside the 15. It will roll to the Mount Union 14-yard line. So 8:52 left to go in this third-round playoff game. Purple Raiders 24, Carnegie Mellon 19. Mount will take over 1st and 10.
So Mills has now punted today 3 times. That was his long there of 53. Would you believe that Mount has never punted today? Mike Franklin has not hit a punt today.
That seems impossible.
It does.
This
and
whole
24
game
to 9.
has had different.
It's weird.
It's been a very weird game.
Well, because the one time that I feel like Mount Union kind of had a punt-like play was on the shovel pass that was intercepted by Carnegie Mellon.
So here come the Raiders. Sun peeking out through the clouds again. Still a very chilly day, and the Raiders going into the wind. Oh, my goodness. Pass right side. Got a man caught. Tyrell Sanders slung out of bounds at around the 24-yard line. First down, yes. That's close.
So this,
and yes, first down, Mount Union.
So again, this was the same story last year for Mount against Alma, is that they moved the ball between the 20s the entire second half, and right at the end of the game, Alma got the ball and they went down and they scored with literally like 10 seconds left in the game.
Purple Raiders going to go wide left, slot left. Echeverria the tailback. He'll give it to Tyler. Carnegie Mellon waiting on him at the 23-yard line. That's a loss of 2 on the play. Good penetration, good pursuit by the defensive front for Carnegie Mellon. Merrick's Woodside led the charge on that play, and Raiders behind the sticks now, 2nd and 12 of their 33. 7:55 left to go in the fourth quarter.
What's Carnegie Mellon saying right now, by the way, Sam? They're saying, TJ DeShields, we want you to beat us.
That's right. That's exactly what they're doing. Radford, Sanders, Cooper. Trips to the left. Turner wide right. See if Nicky gets involved here. DeShields to throw. He'll look. He's looking to the right. Now he's flushed. Dumps it off to Tyler. 35. Out of bounds. That should be a first down, Mount Union. Nope. They're going to mark him a yard short. Got to get to the 35. Echeverria was shoved out, went out of bounds at the 34. That'll set up a 3rd down and 1. 7:22 to go in the game. You going to put it in the belly of number 0 here?
That's what I would do.
Got plenty of time. Play clock at 15, game clock at 7:11. The Shields in the gun. Carnegie Mellon looks like they might want to show blitz, and now TJ is going to change the play.
I would say, is that what they're expecting, though, for it to go to the belly of 0?
Play clock at 4. Here comes the blitz. Fake. DeShields, throw, caught. Cooper, first down. Big play. Purple Raiders at their 39-yard line. Good call at the line by DeShields.
I think the play initially was to be a handoff directly to Tyler, and then he said, let's get a quick out to Jerry and just get the ball out. Again, what we talked about in the first half, you needed one, run 3 yards, throw the quick out, it's going to be open, and Cooper beat his man off the line.
So a fresh set of downs for Jeff Dart and the Raiders. 1st and 10, Mount Union. Echeverria around the right side of the 40. Tyler runs over a defender to the 45 where he's going out of bounds. We're going to mark him officially now at the 44. Clock will keep on running. 6:15 to go. Mount Union hanging on, just like our crowd, Mike, is hanging on out there. 24-19.
I think hanging on is giving it more credit than what it deserves.
Don't forget Mount Union basketball coming up when we're done here. Mount Union Capital at the Mac Center. Tip around 3:30 on 1310 WDPN. Back to throw to Shields. He fires it. Caught. Sanders at the 49. First down, Mount Union.
Man, I got to tell you what. TJ DeShields is taking a shot almost every play, and he is standing tall and making the throw. That was a great route run there by Tyrell. Ran it right in between 3 Carnegie Mellon defenders and broke it off perfectly and just got to the first down marker. Impressive so far from TJ on this drive.
Young man has stepped in and stepped up again today for Mount Union. 1st and 10 Raiders at their 49 with 5:15 to go in the game. Carnegie showing blitz. Here they come again. Give to Tyler Echeverria, and he is nailed at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Leighton Tarkey again there for Carnegie Mellon. Got some help from Vincent Cece. Caleb Ropst was there, number 97. 4:45 to go in the fourth quarter. Purple Raiders 24. Carnegie Mellon 19. Mount Union 2nd and 12 at their own 47. The Raiders going right to left, and hopefully what is a game-deciding drive here under the lights and under the sunshine. Back to throw, pass, caught. Sanders found the seam, got the ball at the 37 on a first down, Mount Union. That's a big-time throw, big-time route run by Sanders, first down.
Yeah, basically a deep drag down the right side of the field and just an unbelievable throw right over the linebacker into that soft spot where there's kind of a zone there, and corner and safety were playing off of the ball. And Tyrell, we talked about it earlier, Sam, not the deep threat that Wayne Ruby was, but as good a route runner and possession wide receiver as you'll find in Division III college football.
Nolan Pitzenberger made the tackle for Carnegie Mellon. Now is where the Raiders, John, start to work on this clock now a little bit. Down to 3:40 and ticking in the fourth quarter. Inside handoff, Tyler Echeverry. Tyler squirms ahead for 2. Down to the Tartan 38. Check it, 37-yard line.
Well, the thing is, there's kind of a chess match that you have to play here if you're Mount Union, because you don't want to get to a point to where you're having too long of a kick if you're going to look to potentially add that as your points. And you also don't want to leave too much time for the Tartans. If you're Carnegie Mellon, you'd like to put them in a 3rd and 9 here.
Coming up on 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of play. Anderson in motion. Echeverry got the ball, and he got drilled at the 40-yard line, and Carnegie Mellon calls an immediate timeout.
So see, this is where the chess match starts to lose, is that Carnegie Mellon knew that Mount Union probably wasn't going to throw there, because they were thinking with a pass incomplete, the clock stops running. So that puts advantage to us every day of the week. Well, now the unfortunate scenario of it is that not only do you have a 3rd and 12 coming up, but you have to throw into the wind, plus you know you have to throw the ball down the field. So Carnegie Mellon has a great set of decisions here where they could have 2 timeouts left, they could get the ball back, and to add to it, Sam, this is well out of the range with the wind of Yvonne Merrick.
Yeah, you're not even thinking field goal here. You've got 2 downs to get 12 yards. That's what it is.
Or are you thinking pin it deep? Mike Franklin is not punted today. Pinning it deep here, but again, I think the wind plays a factor in all of that too.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
You might be able to talk me into that. It depends what happens here. You might be able to talk me into bringing Franklin out to try, and into this wind, you'd have to try to pin them deep. Put it on your defense and say, Carnegie Mellon, you got to go, 80, 85 yards to beat me with a couple of minutes to go. Then go for it. But let's see what the Raiders bring to the table with this big offensive play here right now. Biggest snap of the afternoon.
Got Turner one-on-one right. Maybe a little bit of safety help over there. Watch Sanders, though. He's wide left.
Trips left for the Raiders. DeShields in the gun. 3rd and 12 Mount at the 40-yard line. Going right to left, up 5. Here comes the blitz. DeShields unloads. Sanders couldn't get it at the 30-yard line. Incomplete. Now I think you bring the punt team in.
Yeah, here comes Mike Franklin. By the way, for the note, because I know Franklin's only punted the ball 20 times this year and none today. Of those 20 kicks that he's had, Sam, 7 of them have been inside the 20. Yep. So he's extremely effective with a 41-yard average. About that number is what he's going to need here. Question is, can he angle it correctly with this wind in his face?
Yep. Well, back deep is Benton Tameling. He's at his 12-yard line. We'll see if Mike can pin the Tartans deep in their own. 4th and 12 Mount at their own at the 40. There's a line drive kick. It'll bounce inside the 20. It will roll inside the 15. That's not bad. It'll down it at the 14-yard line.
You know what that was? That's your in the trees left. on 16 at any course,
Yep.
and you got to get out and you hood the 3-iron,
Yep.
and you just punch it out of there and you get yourself back into play. And it doesn't look pretty because no one likes to hit that shot, but that's what that was. And now if you're the Tartans, you got 86 yards to go to try to make it year number 2 of shocking the world here in Alliance, Ohio.
Almost looked like John Mike was upset at himself. I think he wanted to, of course, you know, the wind, but I think he wanted to get a little bit more oomph into that and maybe get him inside the 10 or the 8. But it is what it is. 1st and 10, Carnegie Mellon at their own 14-yard line. 2:44 left. The Raiders are hanging on by 5, 24-19. Mills gives it to Vilasiliadis. She'll take it across the 15 to the 16, maybe the 17-yard line.
Trying to get the correct angle here to be able to see every play.
There you go. 2:29 to go. Hey, you can actually feel the sun for the first time today coming through the windows here. Normally in September, I'm cursing a storm. Today, bring the sunshine in, please.
What are you saying, Sam? We get plenty of sun in December and November in
Ooh.
Northeast Ohio.
Tell you what, we'll take it right here. Clock is down to 2:08. 2nd and 7, Carnegie Mellon over the middle. Pass is caught. First down at the 30 to the 31-yard line. That's Brandon McCullough. He has been the money man today for his quarterback, Ben Mills. First down, Carnegie Mellon, and that will come at the 2-minute timeout. I'm going to tell you what. This will help Mount Union, this stoppage right here with 2 minutes to go, because they have got to reconfigure, refocus here during this break.
9th reception of the game, by the way, for McCullough for 98 yards, 2 shy of the century mark on the day. And that's of note for him because coming into the game, McCullough was the leading receiver, 62 receptions, 662 yards. But man, this is coming right down to the bitter end here. By the way, final, we can tell you 35-14 Salisbury. And North Central, Sam, they were down 7-0 early. They are now up 24-14 in the third quarter. Springfield defeating Cortland right now, 40-28, 2:04 left in that game.
Wow.
Could be huge. St. John's and Susquehanna tied at 17. That's heading to the half. And Wartburg falling to Bethel right now, 17-7 in the third quarter. And Johns Hopkins hangs on to beat DePaul, 14-9.
Wow.
Only game we don't know about yet, starting here in 24 minutes, Hardin, Baylor, and Linfield.
Wild day. Let's keep the wildness out of here, huh? 1st and 10. Carnegie Mellon at their 31. Mills to throw over the middle. Caught. Sliding grab at the Mount Union 47-yard line. The catch was made by Reese Kuhlke, who's caught a touchdown today. First down, and just like that, they're at the Mount Union 46-yard line.
Seeing if he made this catch. Yep, that's a good catch.
145, 144. Raiders hanging on for dear life again, 24-19. The Tartans are on the move. Trips to the left. Mills to throw. He's going deep right side for Kuhlke. Incomplete. Good coverage by Liebler. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:35 to go.
Yeah,
Second down.
That's a great job there by Liebler of not committing pass interference, but still allowing yourself to be physical. Played on the inside shoulder, never really got his hands up into the midsection there of Kuhlke, and because of that, they're not going to call it. Also, the key thing he did, Sam, he turned his head around the ball.
Great call. 1:35 left to go in this one. Boy, I'll tell you what. Hearts are in throats in Alliance. 24-19 Raiders. But the Tartans are on the move. 2nd and 10 at the Mount 47-yard line. Twins left, slot right, Mills in the gun. He'll go back to throw. Raiders rush 5. Mills over the middle. It is almost intercepted by Liebler at the 25-yard line. Triple coverage throw for McCullough. Incomplete. 3rd down.
Ooh. That was... You know, that was a really interesting placement to that football. He actually sidearmed that throw, too. Weston Arthur, the linebacker, the spur linebacker, ended up being the one to pick him up, and Liebler, the corner, came up over top to help. Key 3rd down.
2 more stops, Raiders. 2 more stops. 3rd and 10 for the Tartans at the Mount 47 with a minute 30 to go. 5-point game. Mills to throw. He steps up. He fires. Incomplete. Great coverage by Weston Arthur down at the 30-yard line. Mount Union needs one more stop to put this baby away. And the fans, for the first time today, rise on the far side of the field. And now a timeout is called by Carnegie Mellon. It's first down or season for the Tartans coming up right here.
Well, and it comes down to the thing that we've talked about all afternoon, fourth down conversions, Sam. They are 3 for 3 on fourth down today. Mount Union 0 for 2 on fourth down today. You know, I don't know. You and I came into this afternoon. We both wondered what kind of game, what kind of afternoon we'd be getting ourselves into. And, well, I didn't have much faith in the Tartans, but they've treated us to an afternoon of a good ball game.
They sure did.
And it's been because of their balance. They've, not many teams have been able to run the ball effectively for a full game on Mount Union this year. And 141 yards and basically even in that category. And the other key, Sam, is they've really held Tyler Echeverry in check. Down to 4.1 yards a carry on the afternoon. Rests on the arm of Mills here.
This is it. Biggest play of the afternoon. If Mount holds on here, they're going to hold on and get the win. If not, the drive in the season will continue for Carnegie Mellon.
Kolke and McCullough left here.
4th and 10, Carnegie Mellon at the Purple Raider 47-yard line. 5-point Raider lead, Mills in the gun. Twins left, timeout Mount Union. So the Raiders burn a timeout.
So here's where I always wonder, if you're a head coach on either side here, whether you're Coach Dart, coaching staff from Carnegie Mellon, are you calling one play if you're Carnegie Mellon coming out here and then getting into this huddle and saying, all right, we showed them what we thought we were going to do. Now we're going to go to something different to fool them entirely.
Yes.
And ruin what they're about to talk about.
That I would.
That's what I would do,
because now
too.
You're thinking, okay, well, we think we know what they're going to do formation-wise, play-wise. I'm completely changing it now.
Absolutely.
And you get to this point in the season, your team, your staff, you have prepared your guys for moments like this to say, hey, game situations, we come down the stretch, we may have to, change things on the fly here in the timeout huddle. I would expect them to do that. Or do you ride the horse you've rode all day? Let's see.
Well, and interestingly enough, they didn't have Vasilidiotis, their leading tailback, in the previous formation.
They do now.
He's to the right of the quarterback here.
4th and 10, Carnegie Mellon. This may be for the ball game at the Mount 47. Raiders by 5 with a minute 25 left to go. Mills in the gun. He'll go back to throw. Here comes the heat. Got away from one. Rossi Moore with the sack back at the 43-yard line. And that will do it. A sack. And the Raiders are going to win it. And Rossi Moore, the big hero right now in Alliance, Ohio.
Preseason All-American, Defensive Player of the Year, should be in probably every major thing possible. Caleb Brown was the one who initially forced him to step outside of his comfort zone. Rossi Moore comes on a bit of a delayed blitz and finds his way to the quarterback, and Sammy's been climbing up the sack counter of records all year here at Mount Union, and I'm sure when he looks back at his career, that's going to be the biggest sack that he remembers, unless this season ends in a Stag Bowl victory.
You called it. Caleb Brown with the initial pressure. Rossi Moore was there to finish it up, and the Raiders are going to squeak out of here with a 5-point win. They need to take a couple of snaps and take a knee, which TJ does, and timeout, for whatever reason, is called by the Tartans. That's their 3rd and final timeout.
Sam, they can't always be as fun as this one has been. Penalty on the field? I'm not sure what.
Yeah, penalty flag.
They can't all be as fun as this one or the Marietta game or the Muskingum game, but, man, it sure makes this seat next to you a little bit more fun on a Saturday.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's been one great football game.
I have not experienced a year like this ever. No. Because usually it's blowout city, maybe one, tight rope that you got to walk during the regular season. But this year has been, it has been wild. It looks like Mount's going to hang on and get a win here. And Looks like they might be on their way to.
Dave Mott's texted me and said, I'm listening to you guys and watching my Red Hawks get spanked so far.
Sorry, David. Boy, the Red Hawks and the Cyclones are having a rough day. Arizona State 45-10 over Iowa State in the Big 12 championship game. All right, the Tartans have used their final timeout impeding me from getting to the Mac Center. Had a good time to call this college basketball game, but we'll make do with what we've got. Don't forget Mount and Capital College Hoops coming up, 1310 WDPN, Q92radiosports.com. So I'll be jumping from John Bazika, and Ryan Keller will join me over at the arena for our 3:30 tip-off today. Well, I guess we start looking ahead to Salisbury. Now, we all agree, 99.9% that game's going to be there. I don't see how it would be.
I am so confident it's going to be there.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I don't know, though, doesn't Salisbury have a loss?
I thought they did.
Does that play a factor in it?
But with the ranking, I don't know if it depends.
I want it to be here.
I don't know if it depends on what kind of a loss it was, when it happened.
Because the thing is, if it's there, I can't do it. So I want it to be here. It says they're undefeated.
Undefeated. Well, all right. Well, that takes the guesswork out of that. Of course, we're undefeated too. But if you just go by the brackets, which in the past things have, it was a couple years ago, John. I thought we were going to Naperville, and I woke up Sunday morning and they said, no, the game's an alliance against North Central.
Well, and here's the thing that they have going in their favor, and I know Mount Union fans could say that we have the same thing here, but they have a win over Muhlenberg early in the year, who was ranked 18th. They have a win at Johns Hopkins, who was ranked 8th, and that win against Johns Hopkins just became that much more impressive.
Because they beat DePaul today.
So it's like, again, if you're looking at resumes, we'll wait to see, though.
The final 15 seconds are going to run out here at Mount Union, and the Purple Raiders survive and advance. That's what the postseason is all about. Your final score at Cara Stadium on a windy Saturday afternoon, Mount Union 24, Carnegie Mellon 19. The postgame show is coming up next, and then college basketball will follow. It's all here on a Purple Raider Saturday, 1310 WDPN and Q92radiosports.com.
So here I am in line at Papa Gyro's. I order the Gyro Supreme. Suddenly, the lady behind me chimes in.
It's pronounced gyro.
Then the fella behind her says,
It's a gyro.
I turn my back and I finish my order. I also need a large Grecian salad, some baklava chocolate swirl, and a Cajun gyro.
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 Okay. So no matter how you say it, you're not far from a Papa Gyro.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Who's Pete?
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, and 2001 Gallardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events?
Visit them online at RobertsonKitchenandBath.com, where amazing meets affordable.
We return back in here to Mount Union, Karis Stadium, as the Purple Raiders are a winner, 24-19 in a thrilling game. Trailed at one point 13-7, they outscore the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon from that point 17-6, and they come up with some huge plays in the second half. I'll be told in final stats in the game, 26 first downs for Mount, 21 for Carnegie Mellon. Total yardage really even, 361 for Mount Union, 325 for the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon. Passing-wise, Ben Mills, 17 of 29, 187 yards and 2 passing touchdowns. TJ DeShields, 23 of 30, an interception, 218 yards. But hey, he did enough to get the win, plus he rushed for a touchdown. Tyler Echeverry was not his prettiest afternoon toting the ball, but 27 times he carried it, 112 yards and 2 scores, both key in the win here this afternoon. How about Tyrell Sanders? 8 catches, keeps him as the leader in receptions this year, 85 yards through the air for Sanders. Cooper, 6 for 43, and Radford saw some nice plays today, 2 for 35. McCullough, the leading wide receiver for Carnegie Mellon, 9 for 98. And Vassiliadis, the running back, 22 carries, 99 net yards. He never lost on any run that he carried on today, which is impressive to note for Carnegie Mellon. They gave Mount Union their best punch, and it came down to a key stat we had talked about all afternoon. Carnegie Mellon was 3 for 3 on fourth downs going into their final offensive play of the game, and they don't convert on the last play, and it's the preseason All-American, Rossi Moore, who seals the deal with a sack that they'll talk about here in Alliance for years to come as the Purple Raiders improve to 12-0 on the season. They have a date next week with 12-0 Salisbury. Where that game will be, Sam and I do not know. We'll tell you about it over the next week at Q92. We're going to take one more break here. We'll come back and give you the highlight of the game. I have a funny feeling you're going to hear Rossi Moore's name in that highlight. We'll be back again. Final score, Mount Union 24 and Carnegie Mellon 19.
Lori's Mount Union Diner in Alliance crafts mouth-watering breakfast and lunch before you.
Papa Gyro.
For Pete's sake, it's Papayitos. Find the Papayitos closest to you at papayitos.com.
Who's Pete?
Hello, Purple Raider fans. Chuck Moore here, former Mount Union running back, four-time national champion, and 2001 Gallardi Trophy winner. Are you facing some major financial events, things like retirement, marriage, divorce, or selling a business? We at Markham Wealth understand, and we can help. Call 330-564-8590 or visit www.markhamwealth.com for a free consultation.
Neither tailored services nor the background of your financial professional should be construed as a guarantee of a particular outcome. Past performance does not guarantee future results. All investing comes with risk, including risk of loss. Markham Wealth is an SEC registered investment advisor. Registration does not imply a certain level of skill or training.
You're listening to Mount Union Football on AM 1310 WDPN.
We return back in here. Final time this afternoon, 24-19, the Purple Raiders of Mount Union, a winner over Carnegie Mellon in one thrilling game. And the final piece of our post game that we have to give you is, of course, our highlight of the game. And here it is now, the game sealing play by Rossi Moore.
at the Mountain 47. Raiders by 5 with a minute 25 left to go. Mills in the gun. He'll go back to throw. Here comes the heat. Got away from one. Rossi Moore with the sack back at the 43-yard line. And that will do it. A sack. And the Raiders are going to win it. And Rossi Moore, the big hero right now in Alliance, Ohio.
Rossi Moore continuing what has been a banner season and a banner career for the All-American. Entered the game, one of the leaders on the team in sacks, and continues to impress at that category. Second on the team in sacks, now has 9 on the season after that. Huge play that, again, might be the biggest of his career to this point. Mount Union will have a date with Salisbury next week, and we'll wait to find out, as I said earlier, where that game will be played. If it's at the Seagulls, then we'll have to send somebody all the way to Maryland, and we don't know who that will be yet at this point. And again, follow Q92 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Threads, and we will keep you up to date on everything from that point. All right, you just got done listening to Sam and I. If you don't like Sam's voice, that's too bad. You got 2 more hours of it coming up. He's going to be with Ryan Keller just across at the Mack Center as the Mount Union Purple Raiders host the Capital Comets in basketball this afternoon, coming off of their big win just a few days earlier at the DeCarlo Center against John Carroll, 93-82. All right, that's going to do it for us here. For Sam, I'm John Bozica. For Ryan Rainsberg back at the studio, and for our on-site producer, George Bozica, thanks to all of you for listening. Again, Purple Raiders are winners. It's going to be a purple parade downstate this evening in Alliance. It's 24-19, the final. Mount Union a winner over Carnegie Mellon. For Sam, I'm John. We'll talk to you next time. Enjoy the basketball game to follow between Mount Union and Capital. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
AM 1310 WGPN thanks you for listening.